Hello and welcome to Isolation with
that's
Dicesolation. Thanks.
Good start.
I'm like nobody joined you, Jake, and I'm proud of everybody but Jake.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
I was feeling merciful, and I wasn't going to TPK the whole party, but well.
If we're going down, we're going down together. We'll see you next week for SAO.
Ah, boy, oh boy.
SAO.
We're going to Nelly around.
SAO, more like SA. No thanks. No, welcome to Isolation with Dicesolation on your breezy Wednesday morning. Hope everybody's doing all right. We're back again with Kingsmen after last episodes.
Is it Wednesday?
No, maybe.
It's
Probably
Saturday.
did. It's Saturday.
You've ruined Connor already. You've ruined it.
Yes.
It's hard, guys. Time's kind of like melding into one. Sometimes days go past really quickly, and other times days go past like really, really long, and then you forget that you've had 3 days and you've done nothing but lie in bed and stare at the ceiling.
You okay?
That's dark, man.
This is one of the post-killing Malik and Hidden. He was like,
It's I love dark, mate.
Yes, it is in fact Saturday. It is still breezy. It is cold. But we're here with our friends. My friends.
and
My friends, don't ask me.
I killed off Malik and Hideon. I mean, I've started. I might as well continue where I left off. No, but Hideon and Malik passed away last stream. They had quite an interesting story. The party, if they've been good boys and girls, did not watch the stream, and so therefore they do not know how
there's a girl in this.
intense and painful
Me, I'm the girl.
their friends are. I can't even get to the intro.
Sorry, I apologize. I'll shut up now.
Everybody roll for initiative. No, but we are two half angel boys down, leaving us with Jet, Hector, Equinox, Kodiak. That's it. And the dwarves. So, welcome back to Kingsman. You guys had just seen as whatever this angelic celestial dust is dissipate from the ground. The dust had scattered across the grass and then ceased to be. As you guys stand there mourning your friends, you can see the dwarves behind you are also mourning the loss of one of their own. All through some troubles, and the rocks are still on the road.
Damn it.
You watch as Tari comes over and approaches you, Equinox, and goes, "Is everybody okay over here?"
Unfortunately not. We've lost 2 of our party.
We've lost a few of the huntsmen as well. We were attacked by dire wolves out the back of the caravan. We heard the commotion over here and came as soon as we can. Kodiak's currently tending to some of the wounded. I'm sorry to hear that. Where are the others?
Just here.
Looks over it.
I'll walk over and join Equinox.
Comes
I'm
over.
currently building like little like crosses or like whatever services for like a gravestone from the
Right. Little stone
like
piles.
destroyed stuff. Yeah, stone piles and stuff.
Excuse me, Equinox. Hector comes over to you, Jet. Kind of crouches next to you and puts a hand on your shoulder. How you doing?
I'd be lying if I said I was fine.
Yeah.
First time I've seen someone really, die, like, properly and not coming back.
Yes, I haven't seen someone pass away in quite some time, but it doesn't get any easier.
So weird.
Hmm.
Guess they're just talking like it was everything, but now they're gone.
Well, I mean, the world is big and scary, but there's also beautiful things. At
It's
least,
also like heavily bleeding too because he hasn't rested.
at least there are people here who remember them and can carry on their name and not let them be forgotten,
Yeah,
which is good.
that's okay. I just like to be alone. If that's okay.
All right. Kind of gives you a kiss on the hair, scruffs your hair up a little bit, and then walks off.
Whoa, lady, calm down.
Older sister
Seeing
like Jet, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Seeing Jet bleeding, I'm just gonna stroll over and not stroll over. I'm just gonna walk over and hand him the greater healing potion that I have.
It's okay. I don't need it right now. If we just take a rest, I'll be fine tomorrow. Probably need to save that for, in case anything else bad happens on this trip.
See, Tari's talking to the dwarves currently. Comes back over. A few of the huntsmen, myself, and the dwarves are going to start patrolling the area. Make sure we've cleaned everything else up. We're also going to set up some traps now that we know what's attacking us. You three should get some sleep. We'll look after everything else tonight.
I can help if you need.
No, not in that state. I don't want you bleeding on my armor. I'd have to waste time washing it off then.
This
Where?
doesn't seem like a safe place to camp. We didn't kill the creature that attacked us.
No, I know, the dwarfs informed me of that. However, if the creature can burrow, then it doesn't matter where we are, because it can come straight out from underneath us. But if we can create as little vibration as possible, then we'll be ready, and I don't think it'll be coming back, seeing as it was very badly wounded.
Yes, I agree. We should get some high ground.
That's not what I said.
With the vibrations, you said.
Right, and if it can burrow, the high ground doesn't matter, because it will come from underground, and then we're left falling from the high ground.
Where would you like us to go and take some rest?
I mean, everything is here. Sleeping on top of the caravans might be a better opportunity. At least then you won't get eaten completely.
Okay.
We'll scream when something happens.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take this one.
Alright.
Can I find a tree, I guess, to sort of just climb and...
There are a lot of really kind of old, swampy trees over here. They won't be comfortable, but there are trees.
Yeah, might as well. Just,
Okay.
yeah, I'd like to jump up in a tree and stay alert or awake for a little bit longer than usual, and I'll just trance when I need to.
Yeah, sure. Too easy.
If I could use a rope to secure myself in the tree as well, if I decide to go into trance or whatever.
Do you have rope?
Yes, I have
Sweet.
50 foot of hempen rope.
Easy enough. You can bondage yourself to the tree.
Heck yeah.
Cute.
Can I? I'm watching Jet from my caravan, just watching what he does.
He would be just finishing the gravestones for not only Hideon and Malek, but also for the dwarves and stuff.
Yeah, you can see the dwarves have also kind of picked up the bodies and the weapons of their fallen comrades and have kind of placed them down with sheets of cloth over them, and then the weapons on top of the sheets of cloth to show which one was which, depending on their weapon and the make of their weapon.
Like Jet's like engraved them, two different like wing kind of things. To each of the two angel boys.
Oh yeah, easy enough as a stone sorcerer carving it in.
Yeah, and then after probably a lot of that, he would go and find a place to rest. Wouldn't be a comfortable rest, but it'd be a rest nonetheless.
Anywhere in particular you'd like to rest?
Probably just. He feels pretty at home on the ground, so just on the ground, yeah. Where he is now, I guess.
Sweet, just leaning up against the caravan there. Alright, you guys begin your rest. Okay. Damn.
That's really unfortunate.
Double twos. Yeah, no. Morning comes too. You guys get your hit points and spells and all that come back after finishing your long but uncomfortable rest. And although you feel rested, you don't feel like there is energy or much drive within you. Nothing seems to have happened overnight. You can see that the dwarves, the huntsmen, and Tari have kind of been interlocking their watches. Kodiak right now is kind of sitting out, watching over where the smouldering boundary is as he finishes his watch and starts waking everybody up. But you guys wake up on your own slowly. You can see the dwarves have already started to get back to work now as the hour passes when you guys are waking up on these rocks, trying to get them out of the way, back on the road, and away from this dangerous position.
I'll help the wolves,
Okay.
because I've been doing pretty good at that so far.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll go over and help as well. There we
Sweet. As well, both of you roll me your respective checks.
Yes, I will attack it with the mystical blade.
Go for it.
I'll remain on sentry duty, just
Yeah.
around this southern
Natural
area, I guess.
1.
Roll me a perception check. You go up to this stone, Jet. And, you know, you're a little tired. You pull out this spectral blade and you hold it in your hand. And you, unconsciously, because you summon this from your own vision, you pull out the same sword that you once saw Hideon wield. And as you subconsciously pull out this sword and you go to hit, it falters for a second and you watch as the spell just flickers out as you lose concentration on the spell. Just emotion overcompensating your drive to summon the spell. Emotion over concentration.
That makes sense.
Hector?
Okay.
Yeah, go
15?
10.
Okay. Decent enough being able to smash and remove this little stone, the smaller stone, off the way, making it easier for people to come past.
Cool.
Morning comes past to lunch. The dwarves eat and then return back to the stone. Get them to do their rolls. Okay. Not too bad. 2, 7, natural 20. Okay. Managing to, with your help, throughout the day, by the end of the afternoon, removing the stone from its location and clearing the road. The dwarves kind of give you a stout and reflective, stoic nod, and kind of start to head off, start preparing their respective caravans to depart.
Jet, what should we do?
I'll come rejoin them.
I don't know. I mean, our goal is to go to Loen with the caravan.
Blacksmith!
Yeah.
Half orc.
Yeah.
Dark
Sorry,
one.
You're cutting out, sorry.
Is a half orc. Dark one.
I nod.
Thank you for your help yesterday. It was a traumatic experience for everyone. But we must keep forging on ahead. Heading to Farreich. None of our wares were too much battered, but some of the caravans are destroyed. One of them remains, however. And seeing as our leader no longer needs use of it. Blacksmith, are you in need of a caravan, a workshop?
Yeah, I am, actually.
It's broken, a little bit destroyed and hasn't got much in it. But, you know, someone like you, I'm sure you could probably pick up the scraps and make it into something useful.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
They said they were heading to Farreich, right?
Yeah, heading to Farreich.
When you go to Farreich, just look for a blacksmith named Luke. He'll be able to help you guys out if you need any directions on where to go. He's a bit chatty, but
Alright. Well, look out for this, Luke. You take care of that caravan. Our leader cherished it while he was alive, and he put it to good use.
yeah, I'll do my best.
Alright. Kind of heads off, and you can see the caravan has one large kind of fat ox that attaches to the front of it. Hasn't really got much in it. It's got the dwarves' anvil and a little pile of stone and kindling and stuff that can be built into you take it outside and build a little makeshift forge just for repair works and stuff. So it isn't meant to be this big beautiful thing, but it's minor work and it's a little caravan. Could fit a couple people in it.
Something to fix stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good for travel. Cool,
Alright.
I'll get to fixing that up.
We're gonna head off, travel through the night time. We don't particularly want to stay here any longer.
I'll tell him about dangers that I know of around the Farreich area. Just
Yeah, the swamps and the smoldering boundaries. He thanks you for your time and kind of looks over all of you. It's been interesting knowing you folks.
same to you.
All right. Well, safe journeys, blacksmith. Half orc,
Take
dark
care.
one.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
All right. They start pack up, and you can see that your caravan's also packing up, not wanting to linger any longer, trying to make the most out of the evening as much as they can. The caravan that you guys got given is enough for you guys to ride in, having the horses kind of nearby. There's quite a few horses now that don't have riders because of the deaths, and so they're kind of just trailing behind or being used to make further haste in this caravan trail. All right, as you guys pick up back on the road.
If one of them can drive, I'll be just trying to fix the carriage to put a bit more in working order while we're moving, just mending and
Okay.
small repairs.
Who's going to be...
I'll jump on the ox and drive.
Okay, driving the ox. You guys going to be at the front, at the back with your caravan? Where's your positioning in this caravan?
I'll head to the front on a horse.
Okay.
Our caravan probably at the back.
Okay. So, with Equinox at the front, Hector, you driving at the back. I'll get Equinox and Hector to roll me perception checks, please.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
15. Very
Equinox.
nice.
And
Fingers crossed, baby.
Yeah, we. Oh, Hector,
17.
beautiful.
Yeah, decent perceptions. You guys can see just the next couple of days across the road's pretty dour. It starts raining by about day 3 out of 6. The rain stays for the next 2 days, and you can see that there are areas near the forest and the marsh as you guys are coming out of it where creatures would be coming out, but they're just staying back because of the rain. And besides the rain, there's nothing else that real hinders you. The next 2 days go past, and as you look in the distance on the final day, you can see the small trade town with the wellspring. Near the wellspring, you see Loen. You see beautiful thatched roofs, red brick town, well put farms everywhere. You can see there's a main town with a hill that has quite a large looking estate on top of the hill, kind of like a flat estate. And you can see off to the side there is another area that looks to be like a very large market setup, but instead of like market stalls and caravans and stuff, it is market houses. It is like an old kind of like alleyways where people are kind of doing business out the bottom of their houses, where little notches and alleys have people. Beautiful, beautiful, vibrant market with overhanging tapestries and fabrics and kind of glowing little jars with magic lights hanging from them and noise coming from within of people trading and talking. You also hear the sound of what seems to be singing coming from within, a beautiful, beautiful voice emanating out from the market. The nobles immediately turn their caravan to head to the main city proper of Loen, towards where the tavern is and where the higher up people can kind of enjoy their time away from the riffraff and the markets, and they start heading towards the high estate. Tari and the rest of you split off as you have done your job. The huntsmen go with the nobles to do that. Tari kind of comes up to you and goes, "Well, you have done your part of the bargain. The nobles all got here safely. You did very well. Lives were lost, unfortunately, and this was something that was not foreseen in the coming area, but the nobles have given me a small token of their gratitude for keeping them safe, even in the loss of your own kin." And she hands you each 150 gold pieces compensation.
okay.
From that, she goes, "The nobles don't want this to be a token that is taken rudely by trying to pay off your friends' deaths, but instead something that'll keep you going and make you stronger, so the same will not happen to you. It's a sign of respect."
Thank you.
I've got some shopping to do while I'm around before I head back to Farreich. Kodiak promised to help me. Kodiak gives like a little bit of a blush and a nod. "Yeah, I'll help you around and get what you need to." "Oh. I'll see you folks later. Try to relax and help yourselves. Explore the town a little bit if you need to. I know you're planning on heading south, and horses are all yours, so you can keep the horses that you guys came on, as well as your caravan that was gifted to you by the dwarves. But if you do plan on heading south any sooner, please let me know so I might be able to say goodbye before you head off."
Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
I do a quick forearm grip with Kodiak. Go, stay safe, brother.
Of course, you too.
Protection.
Of course, you too. I'll be coming with you. I just have some business to take care of in Loen, if you know what I mean.
Wink.
You take care of that business, Kodiak.
Real
Thank you,
good.
Hector.
you.
Thank you. Cool. Tari just laughs and shakes her head. Ah,
I imagine
boys.
Hector's like finger gunning, like.
Yeah,
you take
I
care of
can
that
picture
business.
finger guns like.
Yep, finger gun.
Kodiak's just like trying to like not make eye contact. They head off, and you see Kodiak takes Tari's hand, and Tari takes Kodiak's hand, and they walk off hand in hand with some of the horses following them,
Oh, adorable.
leaving you guys to your own devices. But yeah, you guys are left kind of in the town proper, the thoroughfare. You see people are walking around. It's about midday when you guys arrive, so market is bustling, people are around, taverns are open, things are there.
Well, Jet,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I want to bring these guys back, and I'm kind of willing to stop at nothing until we achieve that.
I mean, I want to bring them back too, but really really weird. They just disappeared.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should go and investigate what we can. Do you know of anywhere where we could start to be able to make contact?
My,
Is that a bird?
Yeah, you see two ravens flutter down and land on the roof of the tavern and kind of look at you, tilting their heads.
I look into the eyes of the one on the left, and just a perception check to see if anything's kind of going on in that bird.
Go for it.
sorry.
12.
That's the raven. It caught at you, landed on a roof.
What?
It's a raven. It caught at you and it landed on the roof. That's about it.
Okay. Cool. Do we have any food?
Yeah, you guys would have some rations on you.
Guys, take like feed the birds. Just a little bit of bread. or
Sure,
something.
you break one of your dry bread rations and crumble it into your hand. Roll me an animal handling check.
I love how quickly Hector went from "we've got to bring these guys back" to
Ooh,
birds."
Ooh, birds! We gotta bring them back. Imagine Equinox was like this. I must save my father. Ooh, birds. Yeah, okay. One of the birds kind of comes down off the roof and lands on your arm and starts pecking at the bread and eating it. The other bird kind of flutters over to the caravan and lands on the caravan and then goes inside the caravan.
God damn it. Going.
You hear this.
Going to my caravan.
You look inside and you hear this poof, and this like crashing as a few tools are like knocked everywhere. And you see a naked old man lying on the floor. Ugh.
Haha!
Hello?
Albert. Hello! Good
Ah!
to see you, old man. How are you?
Ah, yes. The big chunky one. Hello.
Hello. Who am I feeding?
What?
Who am I feeding?
A bird.
Okay. All right.
Who did you think you were feeding?
I don't know. I thought it might be another one of you.
What?
Like another druid.
Oh,
bring your friend?
no. I don't have friends.
Yeah, of course. All right.
No, they're all dead.
What brings you here?
Well, I sensed death, and so I came to see what's going on.
You're correct. We had a battle with a giant worm thing,
Oh.
and unfortunately, we've lost Hideon and one of our new
Oh, thank
party
God.
members and friends.
It was so loud and obnoxious.
I mean, he had a big heart though. And
Did he?
It's unfortunate.
I mean, the other people he killed didn't think so.
Tell me,
Yes.
do you know of a way that we could make contact with them?
I'd say talk with your words.
Yeah, I mean, because they're dead.
Oh, right. Yes. Of course, they're dead.
There it is. Light bulb
Yes,
moment.
Yes. What? What's a light bulb?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right. No, I mean, you could, speak with dead. Do you have their corpses?
No, they kind of vanished.
Well, then, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So you can't speak with the dead unless you have the dead's corpse.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, Jet.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. My expertise is in weapons and armor and metal. Bringing back the dead wasn't exactly something my dad.
Where's the
kinda-
gruff, angry one?
Oh,
With the husky voice.
Yeah. Where is he?
Oh, I'm guessing you're talking about me.
No, the other one. You're placid compared to him. The Dernigan
Kodiak.
fellow. No, the Dernigan fellow.
I have no idea.
Oh.
Okay.
Kind of left him in Farak, guys. Thought.
Oh, Farak. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to catch up with him. I like him.
Makes sense.
Does it?
I just say that just as a throwaway comment.
No. You throw a lot of things away, apparently. Dead people,
you're
comments.
So wait. You're
Yes.
telling me you want to talk to Dernigan?
Yes, I want to talk to Dernigan.
Why?
Because we get along so well.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm just gonna go to the markets. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
Stay here. I'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
And when I leave the caravan,
Mm-hmm.
I want to. Where are my spells?
Oh shit.
I want to disguise self as Durnigan.
Oh, okay. Okay, you do. You decide you disguise yourself as Uther Durnigan outside.
Yeah. And then I knock dunk 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 on the door.
Eh?
All right. Hello. Who we got in here then?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great. Oh,
Wow.
Durnigan! Hello, Durnigan! Look, you all big and gruff and stuff. How have you been?
Oh, I've been well. So tell me, are you here for the same reason that I am?
What?
Are you here for the same reason that I'm here? I sensed death, and I'm not seeing that little Hidean idiot.
Oh, yes, no, I sensed death as well. You've got a keen nose, Durnigan. No, I'm trying to find this death. But apparently their corpses are nowhere to be found, so that's a little bit inconvenient for me.
Did they?
Yeah.
So tell me, you blacksmith boy, if
Oh.
you ever got the corpses, where are they?
Last time I saw them, they were in more of like a dust.
Dust, you say? Interesting.
Dust. Well, that's a fat lot of use to me. What do you think?
Well, I suppose if they're dust and there's no bodies, then I suppose my usefulness here has gone. So I'll bid you all adieu,
Well-
and I'm going to leave.
Well,
Oh,
I disagree. Do you want to go get a drink?
a drink with you, Durnigan? You know I can't hold a candle to your belly.
I'll go easy on you.
No, I've got to actually
We
go
should catch up.
I've actually got to go the other way. You know, the opposite way in which you're going.
Well, I could spare a day,
Why?
because I want to see if we should figure something out about this dust.
Right. The dust. Well,
Yes. The dust.
how about you go figure that out in the tavern, and I'll go figure that out in the forest, where I live.
Okay, but you report back to me.
Why?
Okay.
I don't report back to you. Who do you think you are, Durnigan?
I think I'm Durnigan, and I think I can do whatever the hell I want to do.
Well, that makes
So-
sense.
I want you to go and investigate this dust. See if there's anything that makes sense of it. And then I want you to come back and tell me. Because as annoying as that little Hidean piece twerp was,
Eh?
he's a part of the team.
Who's
He's
he?
a part of the Kingsmen. Hidean, he puffed into dust.
Oh, yes, Hidean, yes, the annoying one.
Yes, the annoying one.
Yes.
The righteous one.
The what?
The righteous one.
Well, I don't know about that. I think it was
But anyway.
left-handed, not righteous-handed.
Ah, I see. I can see your confusion.
Right.
But go and investigate this dust. Come back and tell me what you find. Because
Yeah?
we need to bring him back.
Why? That doesn't seem very Raven Queen of you, Durnigan. Bringing them back.
Yeah, I understand, but you know,
No.
I just have this feeling.
Oh. You should probably get that checked out by a doctor.
I will.
Where is it? Like in your gut? Where is the feeling?
Oh, the feeling. It's all around me. I can feel it in my fingers. And I can feel it in my toes.
But that sounds like hypothermia.
Oh, it doesn't really. I'll definitely go get it checked
You know
out
what,
then.
Durnigan, let's take a walk and talk real quick.
I can feel it all around me everywhere I go. All right, let's go.
Alright, come with me. Kind of walks out of the caravan and starts kind of heading between the different alleys. Kind of more of a quieter spot. Kind of leads you into an alley. Leaving
All right.
the others behind and goes, alright, Durnigan. Now that it's you and me alone time, the squibs aren't here, and the little cherubs.
Yes.
You really want me to investigate this dust, don't you?
Yes, I believe that's what we should be doing.
Oh shit. I was gonna ask if that hits, but okay. You take 40 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I'm
You watch
unconscious.
as the old man's there, and as you're there, you watch as he pulls out one of his fingers, and it grows into this red, grotesque, claw-like disfigurement, and pierces you in the chest, and goes, "Where are the boys, Durnigan?
The boys.
Are you unconscious?"
I mean, yeah, I am unconscious. You're right.
The boys! You look up, you're like on the ground bleeding out, goes, well, I suppose this body's not going to work anymore. Pulls off, reaches around and grabs his face and pulls off, and you see what seems to be this weird tiger face, and the hands, where they would be facing forward, are actually facing backwards. Some sort of strange human-like tiger creature looks down at you and goes, "Oh, well, can't have you dying yet. I must know where the boys are." Pours a potion in your mouth and restrains you with rope first, and then pours a potion in your mouth, and you feel yourself kind of blink and come to in the alley a few seconds later. Equinox and Jet, you guys kind of spend the next 10 minutes waiting for Hector Durnigan and Geriatrix to come back, but it doesn't seem like they have come back yet.
Who? I'm still no. I wouldn't have. I won't be in shape anymore. Who are you?
Don't ask me questions. You're the one bound up on the ground. I, however, am the one who can, end this pitiful life of yours. My master's got some questions that she needs answered, and she doesn't know where to find those answers. So here I am, ready to get them out of your perfect body. So, where are the boys, Green One?
Let me go.
Let you go, or what? The others didn't follow us. Just you and me in this dark, dingy alley. Now, unless you want me to cut your throat out and make sure you bleed out all over the ground, I want to know where the boys are.
Can I go talk to your master, one-on-one?
No,
I know
no.
my team pretty well.
No, you don't want to do that. No, if she saw you, then you wouldn't be coming back anytime soon. She sees that as a kind of a back step towards finding those two angels. So, you're going to tell me where they are and where you've hidden them.
Okay. Well, I've got some unfortunate news for you.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
because I love unfortunate news.
It's, we've only got one left.
You've only got
Or-
one boy left? What?
Yeah, we've only got one boy left.
Okay.
There was a second fight. The worm returned.
No.
It came back out of the ground.
No.
And it
Okay.
attacked. No, it did. It
No.
There's
Crack!
only one
Punches
left.
you across the face, breaking your jaw, bit of blood kind of comes out of your mouth. You're gonna tell me where they are?
I can tell you where he is.
Which one?
Jet.
But no, I don't care about you stupid humans and your elves. I want to know where the angels are. Are you daft?
He's the only one
Did I pick the
left.
wrong one? I thought you were the leader.
He's the only one left.
That kid's a half-elf. He's useless.
Well, then, mission
Crack!
complete.
Punches you across the jaw again. Okay. I can see you're not going to take anything. Reaches behind your back and starts drawing out your own sword. Oh, this is pretty. Where'd you get this from?
Can I try and resist?
No, you got knocked unconscious in one throw. You've then been bound and beaten. You barely have any strength to really move except throw those quips. So, you got to be smart about this.
Okay.
And Equinox and Jet, another 5-10 minutes go past. Still no sign of Uther or
That's
Hector Durnigan.
that's upsetting.
Sure,
Like the-
certainly taking his sweet time.
Yeah, I'm worried about him. I mean, you know this geriatrics guy, right? He's okay.
Barely.
Is everything alright, guys? You guys watch as Hector comes back in the caravan. Hello? Sorry about that. Yes, yeah, so the old man's gonna go out and have a look at that dust situation. Convinced him, because I'm so awesome, that he should help Durnigan, but tell us the information so that we can tell Durnigan, because Durnigan's gonna go on a super secret spy quest, if you know what I mean.
Trust
So
him, that's why I thought him. Stab him quick.
we're all good to go. You know?
That's good to hear.
Cool.
What did you end up buying for the markets then?
No, I wasn't going to buy anything. You see, what I did is I went outside, used my, my magic to turn into Durnigan. You guys thought that Durnigan was here, didn't you? God, I'm good.
It just sounds exactly like him. There's nothing wrong with this.
Yes, no, I was pretending to be Durnigan with a spell, Equinox. You know what I mean? Magic.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, there are a couple of things at the markets that I need to pick up. Maybe
Cool.
the three of us should go.
Actually, I was hoping Jet might be able to and pulls out his sword and goes, might be able to fix my sword up a little bit. You see, the life-stealing aspect of this sword isn't working very well, Jet. I was hoping you could have a look at it and tell me what's going on.
Does Josh know his sword life steals?
You don't know if he knows.
I don't know. Yeah, like that's.
Get out of the meta,
that
Jake.
doesn't-
Get out of the meta.
I'm not trying to be in the meta. I'm just like literally thinking like, when
I
has-
know.
Hello?
I know what it does.
Jet, my sword. It isn't working. I've shaked it really hard and I've hit it a few times on the ground. It isn't working very well. It did before,
Yeah.
but now it's not.
Sure, just give me a look at it.
Sweet.
I don't have the stuff right now, but I'll have to do
Damn.
it somewhere else.
Right, that's all right. Well, how about if Equinox and I go to the market and get what you need, and you have a look at my sword, then maybe we could meet back and then fix that sword ASAP, yeah?
Sure, okay.
Awesome. Excellent. Let's go spend some money in honor of our friends.
Sounds good.
All right.
Looking at the sword.
Hector walks off with Equinox. Yes, looking at the sword.
Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it, is there?
Roll me a wisdom check.
Oh, wisdom blacksmith's check because it.
Yeah, do a wisdom
blacksmithing-
blacksmith check because you got proficiency in it. Equinox, you see Hector starts heading towards the markets, but then kind of does a right turn into one of the nearby alleys before it.
I stop him for a second and say, Hector,
Yes.
can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, okay. You don't talk very much, do you, Equinox? This is exciting.
Listen, sometimes when people die, they're dead. There's no coming back.
No. You see, they're angels, so we can bring them back. It's easy. We just got to collect their dust, and then with the dust, we just do some magic, and then they're back.
Look, I've been around death my whole life. Sometimes you can bring them back, sometimes you can't. A corpse is needed, but even that sort of magic is...
No. You see, it kind of looks around. We shouldn't be talking about this in the open. Bringing people back isn't really legal. Let's go into this alleyway over here, where it's a little quieter.
Come with me, child. I've got free candy.
If people hear us talking about this, bringing people back, we might get in trouble.
It's fine, we'll talk about it in private later. I need to get supplies. There's nothing in this alley.
No, there is. There's a shortcut to the market in this alley.
Can I insight check him?
Go
to
for
see if he knows what he's talking about?
Go for it.
I've got an 18,
Fraser,
by the way.
Yes.
hooded and cloaked, you start walking through, and you're kind of like, you and Cripsy are lost in this town. You guys are walking around, very lost. You guys walk into an alley, got very lost, and you happen to cross what seems to be a bound, bloody, and beaten half-orc on the ground. Kind of blinking in and out of consciousness, seems to be lying on the ground. Which is strange. Why there's a very well-dressed, noble-looking half-orc who has just been mugged. His sword doesn't seem to have a sheath in it. His jaw seems to be slightly broken. He's bleeding out on the ground, and slowly, you can just barely see that his eyes are open. Hector, you can see two blurry, black, hooded figures hiding their features kind of in this alley.
Hello?
And I go.
Many years I've waited for you. It's good to see you again.
As I start untying his binds.
Oh,
bindings.
cool, dude.
Okay.
Oh,
Insight check. He
dude.
doesn't seem to know that there's a shortcut, but he seems desperate to get you in this alleyway.
Can I grab him on his shoulder?
Yeah, you take his shoulders up. Is everything alright, Equinox? Friend? Kingsman?
Do you really know your way around this town?
No, I've never been here before in my life, but, I just felt like going for a walk, so... Yeah, our friends being
Go this way.
dead and all.
We're gonna go this way then. And I'm gonna lead him towards the markets.
He's like, he resists a little bit and puts his hand on your hand, which is on his shoulder, and goes, "Actually, I'd rather not go into the public eye. Now, if you want to see your friend again, you might want to come with me, Dark One."
Can I...
You can see the hand is now furry and pawed and completely reversed.
Can I attempt to grapple back and like draw, my? Oh, I don't even have a dagger. Can I just try and grapple him then?
Yeah, you grab him. He lets you grab him and you pin him to a wall and you hold him there and he goes, not so much of a good idea when your friend's life is in danger. Not anybody can come past those swords, so you want to see him again, you'll tell me what I want to know.
Where is he?
Oh my god, really?
Yes.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Okay. Alright, you think you're pretty cool, don't you? Dark and gloomy and stormy and that. No. I'm gonna be asking the questions, and you're gonna be answering them if you want to see your friend again. You understand?
I'm just gonna release and throw him back then, and go lead the way then.
First of all, gotta make sure you got no weapons on you that you could use against me, so hand them over, pal.
Can I try and conceal my rapier while I give him the crossbows?
Go for it. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
What I get on my smith tools, by the way, Connor?
What did you get? 18? Yeah, it's fine.
18.
Sword's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is it-
Would that kind of give me an inkling of like either Hector just doesn't know shit or Pete? Sorry.
I rolled
I
twice.
mean, it is
both are
Hector,
correct.
so
are correct.
both can be correct. 7, okay, you try and hide it, and you're doing the crossbow. He says, "Hey, nice rapier. You want to hand that over too, pal?"
I hand it over then.
Nice. And he kind of puts it all in a bag by his satchel. That doesn't seem like it should fit all of the items inside of it, but seemingly does. Okay, my friend, follow me. And starts walking down the alleyway.
I'll go-
Can I just keep my eyes out for any other threats?
Go for it. Roll perception check.
With like nothing wrong with the sword, I'll go like try and find Equinox to give it back to Hector to be like.
Okay. Roll me
There's nothing wrong with this.
investigation or survival, please. Fraser and Cripsy, as well as Hector, you guys can hear footsteps coming down the alleyway and a guy talking. Yeah, so I got a few questions I want to ask you, Dark One. You're angel boyfriends. My boss wants to know where they are, so...
Minor illusion to make like a fake barrel over where Hector currently is. So he can't see Hector anymore, and I'm gonna sort of like hide.
Minor illusion...
It's a 5 foot
Yeah,
cube, I'm pretty sure.
5 foot, so it'd be a 5 foot by 5 foot barrel, and he's a half orc. So it won't hide him
I mean, like-
completely.
Okay.
It'll like lightly obscure him.
And also, because I'm unconscious,
You're technically stable on 1 hit point, so you can do things,
Okay,
but you've just been
okay.
beaten and bloodied, and your jaw's broken.
okay.
You
Can
don't
I
have
cure
your
wounds
sword.
on myself?
You can kill wounds yourself, yeah. What level?
There we go. I'll do that. 4th.
Okay, you don't have 4th level spell slots.
Oh, sorry, 3rd. Whatever the top one is.
I was gonna say, Jesus, Hector got a buff.
No.
Hector
I
didn't
just
read his
thought I'm
character
level.
sheet. It's okay.
I thought that I'm level 4 though.
No, you're level 5 now, which means you have 3rd level spell slots.
Okay. Well, I'll do 3rd level then.
There you go. Boom. You got 3 3rd level spell slots. So you mark off one of those in your little spell thing, and you can cast Cure Wounds on yourself. So roll 3d8 plus your charisma bonus.
3d8.
The Rakshasa turns around the corner. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then add 20,
Yeah.
21 plus your charisma bonus is how many hit points you get back. 777.
Okay.
If I know that I can't obscure him with like a box or anything, I'm just gonna sort of take a step back to the wall and sort of like hide in the shadows with like my cloak still down.
What did you say the Rakshasa was doing?
Walks around the corner and kind of looks around the scenario. Roll me a stealth check, Fraser. Cripsy, what are you doing?
I'm going to be doing exactly the same. I'm going to try and just hide in the shadows.
Go for it. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh,
Turns around and goes, "Oh, well, it turns out I won't need you anyway, Dark One. Angel Boy number 1 on the menu. G'day, Hideon. My boss is looking for you."
Who are you?
Who am I? No, you don't need to know that. All you need to know is I know who you are, and I know you've been a naughty, naughty, naughty boy these last 5 years.
Where are we?
Ah, you're awake. G'day, green guy. Sorry, I borrowed your sword and gave it to your friend back there. Yeah, he's kind of looking it over right now.
Where are we?
You're like heading to the market, looking around the market, trying to find them. Okay,
well,
well...
what I'd like to do if I could, Connor, sorry, is
Right.
Misty step to the roofs.
Oh, Misty step to the roofs. Okay, after you spend like the first 20 or so minutes not finding them, taking purchase on the roofs, roll me a perception check instead.
Sure thing.
Okay.
It's not much better.
Green guy, you're annoying me. Unless you want me to knock you out again, I'd zipit.com. You Misty step on the roof and you hear, "Green guy, unless you want me to knock you out again, I'd zipit.com. Accidentally teleporting to the exact needed roof. So, you can shut up, green guy. I'm having a conversation with my good pal Hideon here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna put my hand on Hideon's shoulder as like a support thing, but I'm also just going to whisper in his ear, "It's good to see you. You've got this," and inspire him as well. In case
Ooh, inspiration. Yeah. Okay, you feel inspired, Hideon.
I'll say to the Rakshasa, "Well, looks like you won't be needing these then," and I'll take my weapons back if I can.
Go for it. Roll to grapple.
Can I use athletics for that?
Yes, you can. Okay.
I'm just watching from the roof.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as you go to grab your stuff and grab him, he kind of ducks to the side and just leans against the wall, pulls your rapier out and starts kind of picking his teeth with the tip of your rapier. Whoa, grey guy, come on, I'm not here to fight you, I'm just here to talk. Told you, I just got some questions to ask you guys.
I'm just gonna see if I can trip him or something, like with an underleg sweep.
Go for it, make an attack roll.
Let's go.
How do I attack roll with that?
You're making an offhand, so make me 2 strength checks. You're disadvantaged because he's dodging now, aware that you guys are planning on attacking him. So make me 2 strength checks.
Just straight strength?
Straight strength.
Do I see these hooded figures, by the way?
You would see one. Yeah, you'd see both of these hooded
He rolled nat
figures.
20.
Yeah, you'd see both of these hooded figures.
I don't recognize them, that was the other thing.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, 12, 13. You go to sweep his legs, and he kind of just catches your foot with his foot. He goes, guys, come on. We can be friends here. I just wanted to ask some questions to my good friend Hideon.
If I can, I just want to send a message to Nox.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, hear him out for a second, I'm watching. Let him think he's got the upper hand.
I'll just sort of step... We're in an alleyway, hey?
Yeah.
I'll just sort of step into a position in the alleyway, but that'll stop him from like running either way if possible.
Yeah, sweet as. So you stop one side with Hideon and Hector on the other side. There you go. Relax, pal. Come on. I'm not that scary, am I? Rawr.
Oh, that guy needs to die.
So, Hideon, pal, how's it going?
I have no idea who you are.
Ah, come on, buddy. Don't play dumb. You know, you worked for the same mistress at one point, and now that you're not, you know, we got some certain things we got to work out. You know, your fees, your late leave, all that kind of jazz.
I highly suggest that you step aside.
Ooh, thinks that he's escaped Tethys and he can threaten the boys. I like this guy, this new Hideon. This is one Tethys wanted in the beginning. Not that little sobby, snot-bratted kid we had before. You know, if you come back now, we'd welcome you with open arms.
That would never happen.
Ah,
Now, I highly
damn.
suggest that you step aside so me and Hector can leave.
Well, I'd highly suggest you do what I say unless you want Mother Dearest to be in even more pain. You know, it's pretty cool, her sacrificing herself to save you two, but, you know, she ain't that strong. And her scream, God, when she's tortured, her scream sounds amazing.
At this point, I grab Hector and I go to kind of like go around him and past him to get out of the way.
Yeah, you guys walk past him, he goes, okay, I'll say hi to Mommy Dearest for you. Tell her that, when her dear little son knew she was in danger, wouldn't come and help.
You better watch your mouth.
And you watch as his form changes again, and now standing there as a beautiful female woman. Hideon? Hideon, is that you? Where's Malik? The things they're doing to me, it hurts. Hideon, help me.
At this stage, I want to use Necrotic Shroud, if I can.
Ooh, okay. Wings, you guys all watch as the cloak is ripped from his back, and these two ethereal bone-like wings rip from the back of his skin and spread out, cramped in the alleyway. A dark necrotic shroud overbearing around him as his eyes turn this vibrant orange, unlike the red you've seen before. You watch as this intense wave of fear passes through and towards the Rakshasa. What kind of save does he need to make?
Succeed on a charisma saving throw, DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus.
So charisma saving throw. 1d20 plus.
Got an inspiration there as well, Cripsy, if it helps.
Yeah.
Not for this particular one, but it's definitely there for the next 10 minutes. 23 goes, Hideon, why? So scary. Anyway, that's kind of what she sounds like right about now. Nice wings, though. You know what? Maybe we should rip your mom's feathers off her wings, make her look the same. Be cool.
Are you done messing around now?
Nah,
Can we leave?
I'm here to stay. You guys can go wherever you want, but just know next time you fall asleep, the rest of that kid's jaw is coming off.
With that, I would like to. I don't know. Actually, I'll kind of keep an eye on him. Actually, I was gonna just jump down and just.
Hello there.
But yeah, hello there.
Nah, but you guys are free to go. I'll see you soon, Hideon. Tell your brother I said hi. I'm sure he feels even worse about letting Mama Dearest take his place. Especially because it's your fault. It's all your fault.
Don't bother showing your face again anywhere near me.
Oh, what are you gonna do, cry? It's what you used to do all the time. It's a thing you're best
And
at.
then I grab Hector, turn around, and just keep walking away.
See ya, Hector. Coming for that jar. Okay, you guys exit the alley, leaving the...
My weapons, then?
Oh, yeah. I suppose you'll need these. You know, so you can at least try and put up a fight when I come after you. Chucks you your weapons. If anything, I am a man of my word.
Well, we can start right now if you want.
Ooh, friends walked away? One-on-one? You're brave. I mean, hey, have the first swing. Go on, hit me.
I already have. How about you? And I'll take the dodge action.
Looks at you and goes, okay. Well, you're a waste of time. And you watch as he just slowly starts floating off the ground. Flies.
Stealth, if I can.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
say chicken shit and walk after the other guys.
You watch as his head turns into a chicken. He goes, what? And starts flying off. Yeah, I'd say you kind of stealth behind some of the red roof, kind of the thatched roof shingles, kind of pulling some of the hay over you, and you watch it kind of just flies off and starts skimming over the rooftops.
Seeing if he's like.
Oh, sorry, no.
I was just gonna say, like, just not following him, but just kind of following his movements on where he's going, just from
He
where.
seems to be
I
heading
am.
towards the market.
Yeah.
Quick question: is a Rakshasa a Fey, fiend, or undead by any chance?
It would be a fiend, yes.
Could I potentially also track him then?
I mean, you can try. You haven't put anything on him to track him. It would take some time, especially because he can turn into anybody he sees.
Yeah, I just with what is it?
Can't you recall information about them too?
Yeah, I've got this. What is this?
I know you can
some
sense them within a certain
hunter's bane.
area of you.
Yeah. So like, as I was like, I guess holstering my stuff, and could I?
What
yeah,
does
sort
Hunter's
of
Bane do
decrease it?
specifically?
Let me find it. This mouse wheel. Beginning at first level, you've survived the Hunter's Bane, along some ritual. You have advantage on survival checks to track Fey, fiends, or undead.
Right, so you'd have to like track his footprints and all that kind of stuff. So it'd be hard, but it's you could definitely try.
Yeah, and can I also see if I could recall information on
Roll me a wisdom check.
it says, sorry if you don't mind.
Yeah, go
I
for it.
wanna-
I'm not
it
familiar with
says,
Bloodhunter.
that's right, as well as an intelligence ability check to recall information.
There you go. Go for it.
They changed it to intelligence rather than wisdom. with the
Yeah,
new
they
wisdom
did recently. There's an advantage as well, if that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
22.
Sorry,
25.
I'd save.
That's all right.
Just minus two or three.
That's fine. You
Minus
rolled.
3.
You rolled high both. Rakshasas are really good at infiltration. They can turn into other people, completely enamor people with magic, so they're very good at changing people's minds with the use of magic, coercing people to do what they want. Rakshasas are the kind of people you send in if you want them to do an infiltration mission, because if they see someone, they can become someone. If they spend enough time with someone, then they can understand how they speak, how they talk, how they walk, how they interact. So if you were to try and track him, it'd be quite hard because he could be anyone.
I don't want to try and push this too far, but if I can track him, if you'll allow me to, I'd like to. But if it's
I mean, you can certainly
smooth
try.
thing,
It's going to take you quite a fair, depending on what you roll. You might succeed, you might not. It might take you quite a fair time to try and even find him because he flew off. So you're starting on a cold basis of this is where he was,
yeah,
and this is what
okay,
this is
don't
what
worry
he can
about it.
do.
I'll just catch up. I'll just catch up to Hideon and Hector then. I'll do
Okay.
that.
With a little bit more information and like understanding and meeting him a little bit more, you might be able to track him a little bit better. Maybe even getting a hit off or two on him. You know, wounding him, that kind of stuff will help. But it was just kind of more of a brief chat, so it'd be hard to kind of track someone who just flew off. Like he might not even be in the city anymore.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, you catch up with the others.
Cool. Sorry, Jet.
Hector, you see, in front of you looks Hideon like he looks before, but his hair seems longer. His face seems a little bit more tanned, a little bit more stoic. His muscles are definitely a little bit more prominent. His entirety of his left arm is completely black from the shoulder to fingertips. Like just blackened to a crisp.
Hideon, I didn't think you'd be coming back.
Care to bring us up to date, Hideon?
Well, first of all, it's good to see you all. It's been a long time. How are we?
Good, how are you? But it's only been like a day.
Malik, Hideon. 5 years ago, you guys woke up in the Wellspring Forest, lying in large craters in the ground. As you guys lie in these large craters in the ground, you find as you wake up to be staring at these beautiful cross-hatched patterns of leaves in the trees as sun beams down and reflects off the metal that is being currently held to your throat. You both look around you and you see 50 or so beautiful, beautiful elves standing above you, pointing their weapons down at you, and one singular female huntress calls out and goes, "Who are you and what is your purpose here?"
Well, I don't know.
I wake up and sort of look around.
Please, We don't mean any harm.
Hmm.
I don't know where we are.
Interesting. Shackle them and take them back to the Citadel. You guys are taken back to the Citadel. You guys are shackled. You guys are imprisoned for a time, about a month or two. Questions are asked at you, Hideon not remembering anything, and Malik trying to explain to Hideon, and also the elves at the same time, bringing both up to date. After some time, they realize what you guys are and free you immediately. The Huntress is put in charge of watching over you, looking after you and making sure that you don't do anything suspicious but are well taken care of. You learn later that her name is Sidriel. After a year or two, you become quite good friends with her, bringing Hideon back up to his memory loss, not remembering what happened after both the psychic numbing and physical pain that he endured after escaping from Tethys and after your mum was sacrificed to bear the burden instead of you both. You guys spend that time training, relearning. Hideon, who had lost his powers, now learning to regain them, but instead of through Tethys, through his grandmother, Hessa. Throughout time, you guys would come to meet a elvish wizard by the name of Eren, who was very, very intrigued in learning more about him, and through him, over the next couple of years, would eventually meet the Queen of Wellspring, Nisala. She would ask you questions and write down information about these strange half-angels, both interested in the powers that you hold and the stories that you tell, meeting with you every day and kind of treating you almost like, not test subjects, but test subjects treated almost like nobility. After some time, you would mention that you had to return to your friends and bring up the name Jet, which would send Sidriel into a tizzy asking all about Jet and how her son is, and eventually escorting you guys out of the Wellspring after the end of the 5 years towards this area called Loen to make sure that you could meet up once again, making sure to tell you to protect her son because she's sure that her ex-husband and his father hasn't raised him right and he'll be put in plenty of trouble, but sends you guys out after these 5 years, spending time in the Wellspring. The time difference from being injured in the Abyss, ripped between the Divine and the 9 Hell planes, and then sent back to the material plane, but 5 years earlier. Eventually now, checking your dates, you make your way back, and upon entering you find yourselves getting lost. After being lost for some time, you felt this sense of urgency once more, Malik, and drawn to somewhere where you found Hector tied and bound to the ground. The ensuing conversation happened, and now you guys are standing back in a caravan, a familiar 5-year-old caravan that you haven't seen in some times, with friends that you have not seen in some time. Changes to your physique, bulking up a bit but also toning with the elves, your face and skin tanned much like the elves are, your hair long, braided and pulled into elven-like adornments, little bits of flowers here and there because when telling stories, obviously Sidriel, knowing that you are quite young still and friends of Jet, would treat you almost like her own son. Often meeting up with Jet's half-sister he knows nothing about, Nienna. But eventually, as you leave, a flower as a token of friendship from Nienna and Sidriel and both of your hair, and these cloaks to keep you hidden from any people that might try to find you on behalf of Tethys, as one such gifted warrior has done so now. You guys stand in the caravan, listening to the story they tell as I tell it. Stand aghast that your friends, the half-angels, I mean, of course, they're half-angels. Death is weird for half-angels. Are now standing again in front of you, but older, wiser, and in the last 5 weeks of travel have seemingly gone through 5 years of training, talking, integration, learning, wisdom, meeting with people. But now you have rejoined back in the caravan.
And now I'm gonna go destroy their graves because of the mismark.
But yeah, you guys are there.
Wow.
Wait, so we all...
Yeah, so we've all made it back to the caravan. Okay.
Yeah, the guy flew off and then entered the markets, and by then he could have turned into any number of people and walked off.
I wasn't gonna track it. It was more like I wasn't gonna trust these two.
That's fine.
As far as they did.
So all that information you sort of just gave, sorry.
Yeah, I've just relayed that. Yeah, so I finish off saying, so that's pretty much it.
I go over and give Hideon a hug.
Aww.
A man hug.
A manly
Thank you, Hector.
Romantic.
It's been a while, my friend. It's good to see you
It
again.
has. I'm glad to see that you're okay, and what's been, a short time for me has been a long time for you. And I'm
Yes.
glad to see that you're okay and that you're alive.
Well, I'm a little bit older and a little bit wiser, so it's not all bad there, Hector.
It's good.
So, what have we missed?
You pretty much got most of it. I mean, I have a swanky new caravan now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's the thing we're currently in, as far as I'm aware.
Makes sense.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
And I'm still looking for my father.
Connor,
Yes.
since I was still hidden when everyone went off, I'm assuming Hideon told the story of everything that's happened.
Yes.
What Malik would have done is he would have, followed from a distance so he wouldn't be noticed. Obviously, Jet would sort of see him following, but sort of do a full walk around of the area to make sure no one's, coming in and watching.
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check, and Jet, you would have seen him do this full walk around.
I would, if this wasn't in the caravan, on the way to the caravan, I would have been doing the same thing from the roof.
Sweet, roll
So
me
is
perception
Malik
check,
in the
Jet.
caravan right now?
No, he wouldn't be.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything weird happening. Malik, you would see after investigating that you can see Kodiak and Tari are kind of in the tavern. People are walking around buying things. You can see that the nobles' caravans have been parked further up towards the kind of high estate area. Otherwise, for both of you, as far as you can see, nothing seems suspicious, but I guess every person you look at would be suspicious after that. But no one seems to have any intent towards you as you make your rounds to secure the area.
Yeah. Then back to present day.
Yeah, back to present.
But yeah, I mean, we're still heading south as far as I'm aware, because, I mean, Nox and Kodiak have business further down south, so just kind of need to plan out our next route.
Okay. So, what would you like?
I'm not the leader here. As far as I'm aware, I'm the second last person to join this little party, except for Malik, and he's already been through hell.
Just to confirm, Malik isn't in the caravan right now?
He'd be walking in now, taking off
Okay.
his hood. It's covered.
Hello, Malik.
Brother, it seems that Desi has sent someone to come find you after all this time.
Yes, I think that's true. But it's just one of her many ploys. She'll never get to us, don't worry.
I mean, as far as Desi's is concerned, Hideon's the only one that's still alive, in quotation marks, so we can kind of keep Malik from being seen by any of these spies. We have an upper hand.
Desi would know that I'm still with Hideon, because we escaped the same way together. However, luckily they do not know my whereabouts. However, that could soon change.
I'll also take the sword that I still have of Hector and kind of give it to him. Like, how about you don't lose this next time?
How did you get that? Doesn't really matter. Thanks. Take it.
Well, you, technically not you, gave it to me saying to look at it, and there was nothing wrong with it, so obviously that was totally in character.
Oh, yeah. I know this sword like the back of my hand, obviously.
When did that scar get there?
And I'll put it back in the sheath, obviously, and then, yeah.
Excellent.
So then, what's our next move?
I
I
mean,
haven't been with you for very long. However, I would like to continue traveling with you and keep an eye on Hideon if that's okay with the rest of you.
You certainly proved your wealth, especially against the purple worm earlier. You're welcome to travel.
he got eaten. He cast one
Malik's
spell and got eaten.
crying. Malik's crying in a corner. Shut up, Jack. I was inside of it.
Yes. Well, I mean, to head further south, you could either go from options are you can travel off-road. The caravan won't make it off-road if you head from Loen to the Oracle, and then from the Oracle south to Farkjord. You can either go east across the road from Loen to Nuar, Nuar to Varhes, Varhes, Cinema, then head to, obviously to Sivier, and then take the longer route down south. You can try and find the roads through, and then head to the Wellspring, and then head from Wellspring south to southeast or southwest to Farkjord and Sivier, and then maybe catch a boat, or continue travelling from the Wellspring to Bifurcate, and then Bifurcate to Hessar, Hessar to Bornshire or Bastion.
Connor, there's just swearing, please calm down. You don't need to say
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
I'm gonna murder you next.
I know you are.
But yeah, it's up to you guys. It depends on which way south. There's a few longer routes. There's a few harder routes. You could go, close to the Smoldering Sand off road near the Oracle Mountains. Head back to Nuar. Try and head south through the Wellspring. But up to you guys.
I guess this is kind of where we feel the most safe currently, with a giant red target on our backs.
Might I suggest potentially going through the Wellspring? As Hideon would have mentioned to you, we spent quite a few years there, and Jet, I'm sure as you know, you've got a certain person there who may favorably like to see you.
He thinks back, what do I remember of my mother as a child? I hate you, Luke. I'm leaving. Yeah.
Dave, the child's coming with me. No, the child's coming with me. He has got elven blood. Yeah, but he ain't got elven ears, you wench. How dare you? You said you liked my ears. I lied. Your ears are like knives and pricked me in bed. Well, it's not the only thing that pricked in bed.
Why was I there for that conversation? First and foremost. It's just me playing with building blocks and hearing this domestic, and then people
Building blocks.
and just sudden
imagine not building blocks. You're just playing with a literal forge hammer, sitting there oh god.
With a bow strapped to my back or something.
Shenra, ye old Lego.
Ye old Lego, I love it.
That's so good.
I mean,
agree with Malik. I think going through the Wellspring would be the best option if we're
Yeah.
trying to keep hidden. As they said, the Wellspring fends off most travelers. Would be less spotted through there. Is that correct?
For their knowledge and your knowledge, the Wellspring has a very heavily watered area, so only people who are invited or allowed to enter the Wellspring may enter. Obviously, the ward can be broken and destroyed with a powerful enough attack, but it would probably be, if you find a way in, a pretty safe route to do if the elves are okay with a half-orc, a Shadakai kind of entering their land. But amongst friends, it might be a little bit easier. I mean, the elves and the orcs have never had a good relationship, and elves versus drow and Shadakai being kind of almost part of that darker drow racial area have never liked each other. So it could be a little bit of animosity there, but I mean, the fact that Jet's mum is is the main huntress who protects the woods, and that both of the angels have talked with the Queen before, have communicated with the Queen, and the Queen seems to like them, could kind of tip favorably towards you.
I mean, it's better
Do
than
you
staying
think you
here.
can guarantee our safe passage?
I don't know. I haven't talked to my mom since I was 5, if I'm gonna be honest. And even then, it was mainly talking to my dad.
Well, I think
I
we
guess-
have a really good shot.
I guess from what these guys say, she's anxious to see me, and apparently I have a half-sister that I should probably say hi to,
Yes,
I guess.
that's right, Jack.
The only thing is, wow, Mom moved on quickly, so thinking back to Dad crying drunk, kind of
Take me back!
this really, someone really won out in this relationship. Jesus. I mean, we gotta get the caravan through, which is the main thing, so I hope you guys know the roads.
I'll walk up to Equinox and say,
Now, I understand there may be a little bit of conflict between you and the elves, just not for anything that you have done, but for something that your race might be portrayed as.
It's the color of your skin.
They're pretty racist, is what I'm. Nah. If this will be an issue for you, we can find another way.
It's fine. I normally like to take a back seat anyway, and I'll do the best as we walk through.
I'll nod. And then
Quite okay. Well, it's settled.
Okay.
Well, we better get started then.
Well, we better get started.
We can't stay here for long, but we need to make sure we're properly prepared. Do we have rations, stuff like that?
There are a couple of alchemical supplies I'd like to pick up.
You see the tent flap open. Kodiak walks in with Tari behind him. Hey, guy. Hideon? Malik?
Hello there.
Oh wow, you've missed a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, yes.
Wow. I leave for, like, 2 drinks.
And he's seeing, yeah, those are the drinks to
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Just walks up, he kind of walks past Malik and Hideon bumps into Malik back saying, No, drunk illusions don't bump into you.
Yeah, well, I just kind of do that, like that show of, like, Tada pose, and, like,
Well, damn. It's good to see you,
they're
boys.
back.
And kind of, like,
I'm gonna try
braces
and
you.
convince him that we're just a figment of his imagination. It's like a new thing.
Shakes his head and brings you guys in. Big old manly hug. Tari kind of
good to
comes
see you
over and
again.
like looks at you both and goes, "Wow, well that's handy."
Yeah,
Only a few
There's,
days ago, where Jet was bawling his eyes out over your graves.
I didn't
I'll
fall
look
my
at
eyes
Jet.
out. Let's just say that I was not happy.
Oh no, there
and-
were a lot of tears. Like he could have watered an entire garden.
Well, that's rather sweet, Jet. Much appreciated.
Actually, it would have been very salty, not sweet, seeing his tears.
All right.
Jet.
Do we have to listen to you anymore? Get rude.
Well, I mean, seeing as Kodiak
Gross.
invited for me to come with you, I suppose so.
I just like narrow my eyes, like
It's a shame that I declined, though, Jet. So I'm sure you'll miss me very much.
in like the back of his head, like you can see like that like image in his head. He's like, yes, lovely. And then he's like, I mean, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, someone's gonna go take care of our family. Your dad's
Yeah.
probably gonna be crying himself to sleep every night. I'm gonna make sure that his alcohol supply is topped up.
Yeah, that's been taken care of recently. I probably bought like a bunch of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but that would be appreciated. And I hope your mom is doing well as well. You
I hope so too.
You like to hate on me and then be nice. It's really weird. It's hard to talk to you.
I know. It's fun though.
Yeah. Watch out too, in case people try to get too close.
Okay.
I'd say
Sure.
we ran into a bit of trouble. As you look at the bloodied and beaten Hector with his jaw still unhinged.
That does seem like trouble. After the cure wounds, his jaw would have like
Yeah, I'm
back into
on,
place.
I'm back on like full health.
Nice. Well, I'll definitely look out. Thank you.
That's okay. I don't know much about them, but they seem to be gunning for Hideon and Malik, so
Mm. All right.
let's keep their. And I like do like that wave motion where like just like wave towards them. They're this between us and do like a circle motion with my finger, like this like closed circle.
Hideon kind of speaks up and turns to everyone and says, "Don't worry, we're safe. No one's gonna get to us. I can assure you of that."
Well, he got a confident boost.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go die sometime. Alright, well, I have to head back to Farak. I've got my provisions and the huntsmen are going to take me back up north. So,
Before you head to far right, can we get you to should we get her to get us some supplies and stuff while we're keeping these two hidden? Because she's an unknown, an anomaly right now.
I can hear you. I don't know why you started whispering. It's a very small caravan.
I know, but just work with me here, okay?
It's almost like you started whispering like you didn't want me to hear it, but then didn't realize that I could still hear you, and kind of defeats the purpose.
It's more for, it wasn't exactly me whispering, it was just kind of me taking a sidebar to everyone else. But I mean,
Right. Yes, I can certainly go get you some provisions if you supply the gold. What do you need?
That would be, well, we probably need probably 2 weeks worth of rations.
Okay.
Equinox was looking for something.
Well, yeah, actually, with a little bit of Kodiak's help, I was hoping to create some poisons, I guess, to coat these crossbow bolts.
Well then, I'm sure Kodiak can help you make your poisons better than I can. I'm more of a healer and a fighter than a poisoner and a, well...
Alchemist?
Yes.
Well, Kodiak, do we need any particular items to create poisons?
So to create a poison, you will probably need...
I only asked him because he was training with Uther.
Yeah. Just gonna try and find my list.
Sorry.
That's okay. Deathwort is one. And Mirkwood. Mirkwood makes a poison, whereas Deathwort makes more of a fungal growth. You could also use Thorn Lockwart, which is normally a fruit, but the seeds of the fruit can be used to be made into a poison. Or Bloodgrass, which could also be used to be made into a poison.
What does Kodiak recommend?
He's worked with Mirkwood and Deathwort before, so probably dark tree root that can be found in the ground. You could probably pick up. You could probably pick up some Mirkwood from the area. They don't really normally sell poisons because it's a root. Technically, depending on how you use it, it can either be used for cooking or poison. So yeah, she can get you some Mirkwood, probably enough for 3 vials of poison.
Sounds good.
You'd have to make it yourself, obviously, but enough for 3 vials. So that'd cost you about 60 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll shell out for that. Let's go.
Sweet ass.
Also, just repairs, I guess, for this caravan.
Yeah, repairs would probably go about 100 gold pieces and about half a day's work, but you guys could probably do that on the road yourself.
Yeah, do that on the road myself.
So 100 gold pieces will get you a rope, tarp, wood, spare wheels, that kind of stuff, the metal that goes around the wheels, and then it's easy enough if you just get the base stuff. You're proficient enough to make all this stuff yourself, so you just get the base materials for 100 gold.
Yep, smiths, leathers, and tinker's tools.
Oh yeah, easy enough.
So I've got the holy trinity, essentially.
Yeah. Leathers for the tarps, the smith's tools for the wagon wheels and the axles and stuff, and then really you could do the actual caravan wood itself without any tools. It's not too hard.
Yeah, too easy. Yeah, I'll knock off 100 and then whatever it takes for rations.
Yeah, rations probably about 5 gold each.
Too easy. So if I'm taking 2 weeks, that's 14 times 5, 60, 70 gold pieces.
There you go. Sweet. Enough rations for everybody for 2 weeks. Enough supplies to fix the caravan over the travel towards the wellspring. Friends returned. Poison acquired, which Kodiak will also work on making the poison while you guys are traveling. Is there anything else that you need me to get?
Can I suggest we all take a long rest before we go on our travels?
I mean, that's what the traveling's for. Not all of us have to rest.
Seeing as our friends not quite know where I am yet, I was thinking maybe I could go find a new weapon. Seems over the years the sword has treated me well, but I'm definitely ready to move on.
Being a blacksmith just means nothing to this party, does it?
I've got a normal long. I don't know what a blacksmith does. I don't know you're a blacksmith.
You don't need to worry about that. I'm a blacksmith. What do you need?
Can you create me a magical weapon?
All right, magical weapons. On the other hand, everyone else has stuff, but you need magical ore essentially first and foremost to forge it. And then if you want special powers and stuff to it, then you need to add certain like elements like for example, I know dragons don't work in this world, but like a dragon's heart, if it's a fire dragon, to add fire effects to it, or something like that. Magical weapons are a bit harder to come by around here.
Are they? Would I know that?
A little bit harder to come by, yeah. They're kind of closely watched by the government, by the king and the government.
I mean, I can.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
That's okay. I can make them. Technically, I'm a licensed blacksmith under Dad,
Mm-hmm.
but we need a lot of, let's say, we need magical ore essentially, and things to craft the weapons.
Yeah, the only places you can actually find the ore that just comes inherently magic. You can make magical ore. It just takes a lot longer. The only two places that you can currently get it is the Fisher Mine back at Farreich, or the Divine Spire, which is where the Algash dwarves live, which is where the dwarves that you guys met had come from to head to Farreich. They're trying to head to the Fisher Mine.
If I can, I'll look around in this caravan. There's no like ore or anything in here.
Have a look. Roll me investigation check.
Anyone like to assist me?
Yeah,
Sure,
I'll inspire you.
All right, everybody scours it. Everybody roll me an investigation check. Why not?
Oh wow. Proficient in investigation gets an 8. Hey.
Hideon.
17.
Yeah, 25. Natural.
Find cobwebs.
So you're looking everywhere, Jet. You're like trying to find false bottoms, false sides, false walls, all these interesting, intricate things. You know, Hector's like looking around the interior with you, kind of catching onto your vibe, pulling rocks aside, moving tables. Hideon, the ox looks at you funny, and you walk over to the ox to go pet it, and you realize that on top of his horns are two kind of like horn covers, metal horn covers that are made of the magical ore, and you're like, oh, there you go.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything here. Inside the caravan, anyway.
Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
No, definitely nothing inside the caravan whatsoever. But
Nothing
I
at
do
all.
remember. I do remember when I was driving.
You wouldn't have seen it.
I wouldn't.
No, you're not. No, that being mean, you're not the brightest or the sharpest, and you also rolled not too well on your perception check. Yeah, so Hidion's the only one who knows about this, if Hidion's even still here.
I mean,
Yeah, alright.
Potentially craft some crossbow bolts.
I go find the rest and show them what I've.
Okay.
How did I miss that?
Whoa.
Yeah, what at first looks like normal metal, like normal silvered metal, because the ones from Fisher Mine kind of have like a black and blue hue to them. This, however, is like a brightish, more of a silvery, silver color. It's just a normal silver color, but has like a yellowish hue to it. And you look at it and you realize that this is probably the enchanted ore that you need from the Divine Spire.
How much of it's there?
It's enough to make probably with
dagger?
really, really well. If you did it really well, either one long sword, maybe a short sword and a dagger, or 3 daggers. That kind of whereabouts. Like if you failed on the long sword, then you'd be able to make a short sword. If you failed on the short sword, you'd be able to make a dagger. That kind of stuff. But there's enough to make like a decent.
Yeah.
It's a decent. There's big old ox horns.
We'll leave it there for now. Like, we won't use it right away.
I'm gonna summon my weapon for Jet to see. I'm gonna say,
Is there anything you can do to improve this weapon?
Looking at the weapon.
it's just a long sword.
Yeah, a lot of things. You can see that it's badly chipped and chinked. It's been well used and trained with. Probably a lot of the elven blades, because he was training with the elves, probably a lot of elven blades did this damage to this weapon. It doesn't look like it's in the best nick and shape. It looks like it'll still function and work for some time to come. It just, you're looking at it and you're like, it's kind of like picturing someone who, like nowadays, as like they, you know, you drive a Mercedes and you look at someone driving like a beaten up sedan that barely works but gets them from A to B, and you're like, you could do better. I could get you better, but it works. You know, it gets you from A to B.
I can fix it for now, and then, like, looking down it. And then after I draw up some schematics for some sort of sword, I should be able to use the stuff on the ox to, make you something better. Right now, though, you have to stick with this until I at least draw up the schematics and get something working for it.
I don't need you to use that ore on me. If there was anything you'd like to make, I was just wondering if potentially maybe what I have now could be fixed.
Don't worry about me. I kind of pull out my regular scimitar and cast a magic weapon on it. I figured out how to just infuse my own magic into my weapons. Turns it into a magic weapon.
Nice.
Yeah, let's just knock off the spell slot for that, just to be like, yeah it's okay.
Just show it off. Kind of like it's almost like wreathing his own sword in like an avatar of an even more beautiful sword.
So do I have the magical on me?
No. If you're following the conversation, they left it on the ox.
Yeah, leave it on the ox for now.
Right, okay, because when I walked over, I had it in my hand, that's what I meant. That's why I just thought I'd bring that up.
Okay. Sorry, it sounded completely different to what you had intended,
No, that's okay. So, with that being said, I'll turn to Jet, having it in my hand, and say, Jet, would you like to hold on to this magical ore?
I think we'll leave it on the ox for now, just to, make it inconspicuous. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then,
okay.
After I've drawn up schematics for something, or at least drawn up necessary length and stuff, I can forge something into it then.
Okay.
Appreciate it though. But
all right, well, I'll take that and put it back on the ox, and I'll also get us moving. Sound good?
Excellent.
Right.
Are you guys going to take the horses with you, or are you going to leave the horses here? Because you guys have 5 horses, 6 horses.
I'd like to take one if that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's 6 horses that you also have to feed as well as the ox.
Yeah.
I'll activate Find Steed and summon my own horse.
Okay, a magical, and what do you want your horse to look like, Cripsy?
So a very big war horse. It's going to be a female war horse, and I'm going to name it Hessa.
Okay, female war horse appears. Beautiful, beautiful brown coat. You can see it's got these big fluffy socks. Big old war horse with this ethereal armor coating it and these shining, shimmering, ember-like eyes. If you could get any more conspicuous, it'd be crazy. Everybody's like looking at Hideon as he does this in the middle of a thoroughfare.
Well, as you can see, everyone, it's been a while. I've learned a lot.
Been the best place. Not the best place to do that.
You can see the other horses are looking at it like, damn, girl.
Okay.
It's okay, everyone. Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
What are you going to do with the other 5 horses?
Yeah. If Tauri's still there.
Yeah.
We'll just
She's about.
Those of us who don't need a horse, but I feel like some other people would like a horse.
She's like, sweet. She'll take the other 5 horses.
What I'll do though,
I would like to ride in the carriage and stay hidden.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jump aboard.
Yeah, Tauri, I guess since everyone else is getting ready to leave, I guess I'll be the one to say see you.
All right.
Take care of the horses, I guess. Just
I
don't know, do whatever you do with the horses.
Sure thing.
I never really liked to ride a horse. Anyway,
farewell.
I'm staying around, hopefully.
Maybe if you don't die, but safe travels. Keep that chin up.
We'll keep Kodiak alive.
Sounds like a plan.
And I'll just dismissively walk away with haha, yeah, that's right. I noticed that.
She gives you this glare, keep it to yourself, Jet.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, Hector, you smack on the things that are used to make an ox go in a caravan cart. Yep, the reins. That's the one. Probably. You smack the reins and get the caravan going, heading off towards the outskirts of the forest wellspring. As you guys start heading there, we'll jump to our little interim break. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Grab some water, grab some snacks, have a little bit of break, go outside, breathe in some fresh air because it is lovely. Fresh air is lovely. But we'll be back soon, guys.
We're gonna have a halftime show. Crap, damn. What do we do for a halftime show?
You're not graffitiing on my map.
Give us a new page there.
No, fight me.
God, it says fight me. You just check it. Fine.
Hello and welcome back. There we go. We are here and ready to continue. How are you feeling, guys?
Yeah, good. Welcome back.
All right. So, after our little reconnection with Hideon and Malik, you guys flex hard on the town, summoning a giant celestial steed to ride, heading out in this beautiful ox caravan, dwarvish in make. You guys start heading from Loen to Wellspring. Throughout the journey, it's not too bad. I mean, the area around Loen's pretty safe. It's well guarded by the town's guard. But upon arriving at the forest, you guys know that there is, in fact, some sort of ward that protects from strangers entering without permission. Now, to get past this ward, you either need to be of elvish blood or elvish kin, or have some sort of invitation or boon that may allow you to pass through this ward. Now, it's not too hard. You watch as both the Angel Boys easily walk through this ward unhindered. They seemingly are allowed in and out of Wellspring.
Currently focused on making like the plans for the sword. Currently, like not paying attention.
Yeah,
to
it's
my
fine.
doing my stuff.
As soon as the half-orc with the caravan, however, tries to walk in, it seems that the caravan enters the forest and then immediately exits the forest.
Like back where we came, or like
Yeah, the exact same entrance. So you guys enter, and a few minutes later, you guys exit. As if you did like a full 180.
It would have been really funny if it come out like the other side. Like, oh, sweet, that just cut down so much travel time.
So much travel time. No.
Amazing.
No, you guys went in
and walk through, being of elvish blood.
You do actually get to come through. You walk in and you're fine. You're there with Hideon, able to kind of enter, and you watch as the caravan goes in, then does a 180, and then just walks and leaves.
Troublesome.
Malik, do you think we should try and find the Huntress?
Hello, anyone there? We are looking for safe passage through the wellspring.
You wait a few moments. It doesn't seem to have any response.
I'll continue to yell out something again, saying the same thing that Malik says, and just says, "Hello, is there anyone out there at all?"
You hear a brief rustling in a tree nearby. You guys look up and you can see that there's an elf kind of wrapped in these kind of lots of green and brown fabric sashes kind of strewn across the body, covering the hair, covering the face, covering the body. All these loose bits of fabric and sashes, and kind of crouched seemingly in the tree with a beautiful bow in her hand, as well as a secondary bow on her back, kind of crouching in the trees, looking down, quizzically kind of looking at you, kind of comes to the edge of the tree, lets the tree branch bend ever so slightly, and then kind of slips off, and barely a minimal sound lands on the ground. Draws a bow and points an arrow in your direction and kind of aims it towards where Equinox is and goes,
I begrudgingly, but I still do it. I'll put my hands up.
Back so soon, boys?
Hello, it's good to see you.
Right, and you're bringing a Shadakai into our domain this time. You do realize that this ward is up to protect us. I didn't think you'd be the type to betray.
No, it's not like that at all. I do apologize. We are simply trying to cut through and get to our destination faster.
Right.
I was hoping that with your blessing we could walk through, to cut our travel time in half.
So I'm assuming you found your friends, and she kind of pulls the bow out, the arrow off and puts it back in the quiver. Assuming that these are your friends that you mentioned before.
Yes, that's correct.
You would be the Shadakai looking for the father, and those two who are leaving would be the half-orc who has no idea what he's doing, with a dwarvish caravan.
I stop the caravan, looking out for a second. Hector, we're not going the right way. Cool.
Hector looks back and goes, "Oh, my apologies." That's right, because Josh had to leave for a little bit. I was waiting for Josh to respond. I'm like, no, he had an appointment. Oh, what? That's silly. Turns around and starts heading back in. You can see that She walks over and takes the flower out of your hair, Hideon, and kind of throws it on the ground just before the horses, and as the horse steps on it, it seems that this weird shimmering apparition appears, and Hector is allowed to pass through. The caravan passes through as well, and you can see now Hector's like, Jet, there's a strange fabric person in front of us.
It should be fine, I guess. I mean, is it Hideon or Malik?
No, the fabric's like green and orange and brown and kind of stylish.
I would like to
Probably one of the elves.
I'd like to take the elf.
Oh, sorry.
No. What you're saying is funny. I like it.
Let's not tick them off. Just put on your standard bardic charm.
It seems that Hideon's got it.
Cool. Sweet.
Alright.
Let's just pull up next to them then.
Hideon, you've got it.
Cool.
Good shot.
Let's stop here then.
All right.
I don't want to be riddled with arrows anytime soon.
I'm gonna turn to the elf person that's standing in front of us and say,
As Hesser is the god of home, family, and generosity, I thought it was fitting for all the good that you did for us in the Wellspring that while passing through, we bring Sigil, her son, to see. This is Jet.
I'm still in the caravan.
Huh. Okay, well, I mean, interesting.
If you do not wish us to pass through, we can go around. I just thought this might be the best
No,
way.
it's fine, it's fine. The Queen would be mad at me if I didn't at least let Sigil see her son. Alright, come on. Let's head to the Wellspring. Follow me.
Thank you.
Alright.
Gracious of you.
Yeah. Thank the Queen. Starts heading through the forest and making her way kind of in between trees, kind of blending in with the surrounding forest of the beautiful autumn colors that seem to be kind of thrown about. You kind of lose sight of her every once in a while, but she comes back and manages to get you through, and as you guys arrive at the Wellspring, you see a beautiful, glistening, elven citadel. It seems to be one central tower that spires out of the center. It is a beautiful, glistening, made out of some sort of stone material that seems reflective, and there's just different levels to it. On the outskirts, there seems to be beautiful buildings made in the same sort of rocky, stone-like material spread out. And you can see that there are houses everywhere, beautiful, like overflowing lakes and rivers and bridges, and this beautiful tower that kind of spirals out of the middle of this Wellspring citadel. And from it, you can see blossoming from the top a beautiful glowing gem that seems to kind of emanate, kind of this barrier that kind of comes out, this Wellspring barrier almost, that kind of seems to guard the most area of the forest. She kind of guides you guys to pop your cart off in a nearby area. You can see a few elven boys come over and start unhitching the ox and brushing it down and washing it, much to the half orcs like, oh no, don't touch the ox, that's our ox, you know. Apparently the elves just shunt him off and start brushing the ox down and looking after the animal and looking inside. All right, well, we should probably announce that you're here. We have visitors. Not very often we have a Shadar Kai in, but there have been a few. We'll take you to the main citadel proper, and you guys can introduce yourself. If you guys wait there, I will go and fetch Sidriel.
You roboted so hard right there for me.
It says she'll go fetch Sidriel if you guys head to the citadel proper, kind of like the waiting area. Wait to be announced that you are here. And she just gestures off towards the large tower.
Okay. After getting, I assume, kicked out of my own caravan by these elves that like storm it.
No, they don't kick you out. They're just looking after the animal.
That's very cool. Should we bring Hector along, or can he stay here and look after the caravan?
Hey, so no, I'll come along. You know, that bardic charm and all that.
Yeah, okay. Probably don't need that in the Queen's presence because,
Well, I mean, I've met a queen or two in my day.
Sorry, Jake came over for a second, was about to say something real mean. I was like, nope, that's not Jet's character. Jet wouldn't make that joke.
I've broken a few hearts,
Yep. Keep adding fuel to that fire. I'll bite my lip. These are all going to come out at the end of the stream.
Perhaps you can watch. Perhaps you can watch over the orcs and make sure that they do not do anything to the magical ore sector.
No, I'd like to go meet a queen. I haven't seen a queen in quite some time. I used to actually work for a queen, didn't you know?
Kodiak, can you stay here and look after the orcs too, please?
Yeah, that's fine. I can stay here.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Sure.
It's better to talk to Kodiak than Nectar, it seems.
Oh, I agree.
Well, I guess I'll just go.
That was Jake out of character. I apologize. My voice just didn't change.
Yeah, and then Hideon replied.
Oh.
So I'll just go cry by myself then, shall I? But you guys are led by a few of the other elves to the Citadel proper, where you guys are kind of held for a few moments before you hear the kind of footsteps coming down the kind of like large rotational staircase that encapsulates the edge of this circular tower.
Like scrubbing my face clean, like, oh
yeah.
God.
You hear this poof, poof, like footsteps marching down the stairs, and you can see what seems to be a beautiful elven woman, kind of entourage behind her of other huntresses. You can see the one that had introduced you before, but now with the cloth pulled off, what seem to be 6 beautiful elves following what is supposed to be Jet's mum, but doesn't look any older than Jet. Like, she is gorgeous. She's got this like aura of radiance where she walks down that eyes seem to be drawn to her. Her hair is braided and pulled back. It seems to be kind of fold down to below her waist area. She's wearing this amazingly multicolored kind of orange and green and brown armor that kind of reflects beautifully off of the stone around her. Her features are sharp, but her eyes seem soft as she kind of gathers in the area around her, assessing the area but also not being strict in appearance, but seemingly with her eyes a little bit more lenient and relaxed, and kind of attached to her leg like a manacle seems to be a 6-year-old child, just strapped to her leg as she walks down. She appears at the bottom of the staircase and kind of looks across all of you, and then the eyes fall on Jet, and she kind of my name is Lady Sidril. It is a pleasure to meet you all and see some familiar faces.
Good to see you too.
Again so soon.
Yes, indeed. I didn't expect you to come back through Wellspring, but seeing as you mentioned you were heading south, it does make sense. If that was the case, I would have had my daughter make you some more barrier flowers, but it seems that you made yourself in with the help of one of my huntresses. Son, it is good to see you again. You look well.
Yeah, hi, Mom. You're looking great. Not any differences from when I last saw you.
Yes, well,
like 12 years ago.
Long lifespans ourselves have.
Yeah, Dad didn't like to tell me about that.
I'm sure the bastard didn't.
This is so
How
awkward.
is he? He is alive, I suppose.
Yeah, he's doing flashback to drunk Dad.
Maybe. Well, I'm sure you'll not give him my best when you see him again, because I hope he keels over soon.
I would understand that. He replies in kind, I would assume.
I'm sure he will. The fickleness of a human. However, it does look like he's fed you and taught you a lot. These young men here have told me that you have become quite an adult for a half-elf, and so I am glad to hear that at least your father isn't a degenerate enough to not raise you well.
Yeah, he's been really good in teaching me just how to survive in this world. And I see you've got
Yes. Let me introduce you to your half-sister. This lovely young flower here is Nienna.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
That's good.
She's a little
Doesn't
shy, unfortunately, but she does well.
That's good to hear.
She's quite smart, quite bright. Much like
yes.
you were before your father tainted you.
Yeah, now I just kind of, do the things that Dad taught me to and practice my magic where I can.
So you have been practicing your magic. That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah, of course, it's a very staple part of my being. I mean,
Of course, I mean, the elven blood flows through you and the magic would support that.
I mean, both sides really kind of support each other hand in hand, definitely, and it's really good. Yeah, this is. I'm sorry. Could we maybe catch up a little bit later? I mean,
Right, of course.
this is a thing that's happening right now, and everyone's kind of here watching this. And
You can see the other elves are like trying not to look.
Trying to hassle to please make this less awkward.
Right. Well, obviously, we'll have to organize a meeting with the Queen to allow you to head through the wellspring and out the other side, safe passage and all. But feel free to stay. For now, I could send you to my husband's place for rest, if that wouldn't be too awkward. Malik and Hideon are familiar with him, so...
Sure, I guess. I just think did she just marry another blacksmith? Is this what happened? Just an elven one? Sure, I guess.
You can see one of the huntresses whisper in the ear and blah blah blah. Oh, actually, perhaps Hideon, Malik, if you would like. I'm sure Aaron would be happy to see you both, and perhaps you might be able to lodge with him for the evening.
Sorry, who?
Guys.
Aaron, the wizard.
Yeah.
Can I send a message to Malik?
Yeah.
I send a telepathic message to Malik saying, if you leave me alone with the new person that's my mom's husband, I don't care which god you serve.
Oh.
You serve Hessa, right? Do some good, please.
Oh.
Save me.
Isn't this wizard dude the same person, Connor, just for Fraser's sake?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just returned the message and say,
it's okay. I'm not going to leave you alone in this awkward situation, friend.
Okay.
I'm sure.
And even though it's a telepathic message, I'll visibly smile and laugh.
That's cool.
You can see some of the elves kind of laugh with you, ha. Well, it has been lovely talking and chatting and catching up with you. Nienna, if you wouldn't mind leading your brother and the boys over to Aaron's house, I will join up with you soon. Your little kid's okay. Waddles over to you guys and goes over and holds Hideon's hand. Hi, Hidi.
Hello there. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Can you pull out your wings again?
No, I can't do that right now.
Come on, Hidi. I want to see them.
No, I'm sorry. But look, you've grown so much.
Goes over to Malik. Kiki, can you pull out your wings?
Not now, little one, but what if I do this instead?
And I'll cut my hands, and then I'll use minor illusion to make a butterfly come out.
That is so cool. Can I keep it?
Be your friend as you lead us to where we're meant to go.
Okay, thanks, Kiki. Follow me. And kind of grabs both Hideon and Malik by the hands and starts dragging them.
This is adorable. Oh my god.
You see your mother comes over real quick, Jet, and stops you and puts a hand on your shoulder and kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, it is honestly very good to see you, my son. Perhaps we can catch up later."
Yes, it's good to see you too, Mom. Been a long time.
It has indeed.
Catching up. Sounds good.
Pats you on the shoulder awkwardly.
Which grabs when she grabs me like with that shoulder, it's like that sudden freeze of like,
Yeah.
oh god, is she gonna kill me? Everything Kat said, and she's just this monstrous temptress that's gonna slit my throat.
She like does that like awkward like stiff arm pat, like pat. There, mother's here, and then kind of turns abruptly and walks off. Ladies, and starts heading back up the stairs.
I still stay there frozen for like a good minute until I hear her leave.
Niana turns around and goes, "You coming, brother?"
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Okay.
Go follow.
Starts heading off and eventually shows you to a very humble version of the house. And like humble in comparison, like this house is beautiful and gorgeous, but it's small. It's kind of like an outside area. Some of it, instead of the beautiful, vibrant colors that you saw before on the stones, kind of blackened and charred and broken. For the well-trained eye jet, it looks like there's been... Actually, for some of you, would recognize Uther's kind of black powder explosions. The Kodiak, there'd be a few alchemy burns on the outside. This guy definitely looks like he experiments a lot. But she kind of goes over and knocks on the door. Poof, poof, poof. Papa, I have visitors. The door opens up. Aaron's like, my daughter. Hello there, darling. Picks her up and gives her a hug and goes, and who are these people? Malik, Gideon. It's a pleasure to see you again. You've brought friends.
Yes.
Of course. Please, come in. My house is welcome to all. Please, enter. Kind of closes the door behind you guys and puts Niana down. Niana, could you go fetch the good tea? Okay. She goes off into the kitchen and starts kind of making a racket. Introductions. I am Aaron Wellspring of the Wellspring Citadel. I am the local wizard and one of the only few wizards who are sanctioned to practice and learn magic within Chalterra. And you are looking expectantly at the group.
I waiting for everyone else.
Equinox. Pleasure to meet you, Shadakai.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you're really quiet for me. Jeez.
He is a little quiet. It kind of looks at you, Jet, and you are half-elf.
My name's Jet. Nice to meet you.
So you would be the one. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Jet.
It's a pleasure, yeah. As soon as I hear the one, I'm like, am I gonna die?
Comes over, kind of shakes your hand, kind of introduces himself to Hector and Kodiak. Goes like, I'm Kodiak. I am Hector. Pleasure to meet you. Shows off his cape a little bit. Lovely to meet you too, half-orc. My, you are quite a handsome specimen, aren't you? Yes. Stop it. So, is there any reason why you're passing through the Wellspring?
We're just heading south for some party member reasons and stuff.
Fair enough. I will not pry. While you're here, though, I haven't met a Shadakai before. It is said that your magic and your abilities are pulled from the Shadowfell. Is this true?
I'm not much of a spellcaster like some of the others here, but there are some things I can do which would be a little unnatural.
Kind of like crosses his arms and comes like really, really close and starts looking at you like a few centimeters away and goes, my God, your eyes are amazing. Look at them. Huh. Yeah. Oh, all right. Starts looking you up and down and kind of like walking around you, looking at your hair and your armor and your arms and goes, huh. Interesting indeed. There's quite differences between us, but you are very much akin of the elf. Interesting. People call it tainted, but really, it could be said that you are evolved in a different direction rather than tainted by the Shadowfell. Almost like a... Very interesting. Kind of eventually pulls up and you can see Niana comes back in with tea and starts serving it to the rest of you guys and eventually gives it to you and sits down and goes, well, I'm sure the Queen is preparing for your meeting soon, so you'll be off and about through the Wellspring. No doubt with the angel boys here helping you through that you'll be fine. I'm sure the Queen would just want to make sure that you cause no trouble or bring nothing of trouble in or past our Wellspring borders, you know. You weren't followed, were you?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's good.
I don't believe that we were followed. However, there was a bit of trouble in the town of Loen, if we were to be honest with you. So it might serve well if we could send word to get more lookouts around the entrance that we approached.
Right. Can you describe this trouble? What they look like, sound like?
Was it a Shadakai?
No, it's a Rakshasa.
No, it's a Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
Jazz hands.
Your jazz hands.
I'll say that because I don't know if I can say that in the voice.
Rakshasa. Interesting. Well, that's not good. Seeing as Rakshasas can take the form of others, it might mean he might be able to make his way into the wellspring. Alright. I'll have my wife up the huntresses in the wellspring, make sure they don't come too close. Hopefully they can look after everybody here. Nana's like, don't worry, Mama can take care of things. She's very strong. Yeah, that she is, my darling. That she is. You guys hear a knock on the door. Poof, poof, poof. The door opens, and you can see she walks in at that point. Looks over and goes, son, Malik, Gideon, friends. I have sanctioned for you to meet with our queen. She has allowed for you to have a meeting and pass through the wellspring, if deemed necessary. Comes in, kind of awkwardly kisses Erin on the cheek. Erin kind of whispers the news to her, and she kind of gives that stoic look and goes, I've got business to handle. Niana can take you back to meet with the queen, and kind of heads out and goes to up the guard. But Niana takes you guys back and up through towards the main spire citadel, the kind of palace area, and up the stairs, and eventually to the door where the queen resides. The doors are opened for you by some elven guards, and you are led in to meet the queen of the elves in the wellspring. As you do, you would know the name, which is Nesala, Queen Nesala of the Wellspring Elves.
Queen Nesala.
You guys enter, and you can see Niana kind of gives you a wave and enters in, waves at the queen, and the queen looks at Niana, and Niana kind of gives like a little curtsy before the queen, and goes, My queen, these are the people. The people, this is Queen Nesala.
Thank you very much, little one.
I'll look at the queen and then give a bow.
It is good to see you again.
Yes, it is
I'll
good.
take a bow.
It is good to see you all as well. A reunion between kin, a stranger in the Shadakai and the half-orc, and old friends. What brings you to my wellspring?
Seek safe passage through the wellspring. We do not
Of course.
wish any trouble upon. We encountered some trouble in Loen and thought that your great forest could offer us some protection as we head south.
Well, you would be correct in assuming so. My huntresses are the strongest fighters of our elves here, and they will be able to escort you through the south of the wellspring safely. I simply ask, hoping that you bring no trouble to my doorstep.
As she says that, can I activate Define Sense within, not necessarily looking at the queen, but looking at us as a group, like the Kingsmen? Can I, while she's saying this, can I kind of just take it all in and look, to like Jet, Malik, Equinox, like just everyone here, Hector, everyone, and just get a good sense to see if everyone here is who they are?
Okay, yeah, definitely. So you're getting a celestial vibe from both you and Malik. You're getting no Fae vibe. Actually, no, you're getting a Fae vibe from the Queen. And you are getting a Fiend vibe. Not from one of your party members, though.
Okay.
You can see that the young child Niana is giving off the fiendish vibe.
Okay. Right. Ooh. Okay. I'll just kind of continue on listening, like, I was paying attention pretty much the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I will have my huntresses escort you south of the wellspring, and then once you are there, we will give, well, of course, Jet, as you are one of our kin, as well as Malik and Hideon, the renewal of their gate passes, the flowers in which you have in your hair, so that you may re-enter when you need to.
That's very much appreciated. Thank you.
Of course.
Yes, thank you very much.
Of course, you are of elven blood, and therefore you deserve to have yourself and your Kingsman group allowed to be welcome in the wellspring. We do not wish to anger the king. If there's anything else you need from me, please do not hesitate to ask.
Would you guys happen to have some sort of crafting person or something? around these parts?
I mean, we have many crafters. We have those in which create weapons, those in which who create magic, those in who create scrolls and potions. It depends on what you're trying to find.
Let's go for weapons and magic.
We do. I think your best option would be to ask one of the guards outside, or perhaps Erin or your mother. I'm sure they could lead you in the direction of one of these locations. Nana's like, I can do it! Of course you can, young one. Yeah. Alright, well, it seems that you are in safe hands.
Wait, did we tell the queen, guys? Just question mark about the Rakshasa?
No, you told Erin, and then Erin told your mother. No one has, to your knowledge, specifically told the queen yet.
Okay.
Could I look at the queen? Because I'm curious when she said we have those who make magic. Could I use Eldritch Sight on her to see if she has a magical aura as a person?
Eldritch Sight is like detect magic.
Yeah.
So she does have many magical auras coming off her body. She seems to be attuned to 3 items and has a few different things on her persons that glow, but her herself doesn't glow. Like as a magical detect magic thing. But she does have items on her that give off different things.
We did run into trouble. It seems that Hideon was...
Yes, my huntresses informed me of the trouble befalling your party.
So we just double check with that one. Because
course.
we want to let you know.
Of
Yeah,
course.
cool.
Although we do not have the appropriate senses to seek out the Rakshasa, we will up our guard just in case he does try and attack us.
Okie dokie. Sounds good.
Excellent. Then please take your time. You are welcome guests here.
Thank you, kindly, oh, Queen. I never learned how to talk to a royal person. I'm sorry.
Neither do I. Bye, Queen. Goodbye, young one. She kind of like gives a little curtsy and starts waddling out of the room again.
Are we all exiting as a group?
If you wish to.
Question?
Okay. Yeah, you guys exit as a group.
Where am I? Like, let's say as we walk out, how far ahead is Nina to, let's say, myself and Malik?
Niana is probably about 15 feet in front, kind of just waddling down the stairs.
Okay, so could I place myself with Malik at the back?
Sure, you can
So I
play. Yeah, definitely.
Whisper something to him?
Yep, the other's going down in front of you, Kodiak, and Hector kind of down at the front.
Yeah, I just want to whisper into Malik's ear.
I got a sense that Nina was giving off some sort of fiend vibe. Should we be worried about this?
Remember, brother, you do not have to.
I'm gonna say this in Celestial, by the way. Sorry, I should clarify.
All good.
Remember, brother, we can talk to each other without others realizing.
I'll say that in Celestial. And,
Yeah. And then
after hearing him say that, could I use Eldritch Sight on Iana?
You don't get any, like, you would. There's a small little purse by her hip that is giving off a magical vibe. Some sort of magical bag of sorts.
Okay.
I'll speak to Malik in Celestial and say,
Do you think we should alarm the others?
Wise.
sorry, you cut out there, say that again.
It would be wise. However, maybe it is best that we just leave. Just so we don't cause these people any trouble.
I do agree, but I also fear that something evil is going on right here. Shall we just keep...
Oh, what happened there?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Everyone, let me try something.
I'm gonna call out to Niana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kiki?
I was wondering if you would be excited to meet your other half-brother when we were to come back.
And I'm gonna see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds exciting. I didn't know he was here.
It's because he was left at Loen. We are passing south, however, on our way back we were going to bring him through the wellspring to meet your mother as well.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you just bring him now?
You know how adults can be sometimes. Sometimes they just have some business they need to attend to.
Okay. I didn't know much about business.
Okay.
Continues walking down the stairs. You guys make it down to the bottom. We can see
By the
there's
way,
a
that
few.
would have been loud enough for Jet to hear.
Right, right. You can see there's a few elves kind of chilling down there who kind of lead you back in and around the guards. Anyway, like kind of just lead you around the town if you guys wanted to ask to go anywhere. Niana just goes, "Okay, well I'll leave you with these guys now. I'm gonna go back home to Papa. Okay?"
Miana, before you leave,
Yeah.
what is it exactly that you want with Hideon?
Huh?
I think you know what I mean.
Make a persuasion check.
Nice.
Okay. Persuasion.
Are we all in a group surrounding? Like,
Yeah,
are we all-
there's like guards there and everything.
Yep.
Looks at you, kind of looks at you, goes, "Oh, well, you know, he was always my favorite when you guys were here, so I kind of just wanted to talk to him and catch up. I miss him. I miss him so much."
To lie to someone for so long, especially when I feel like you know you've been found out. Why
can
don't
I,
you show everyone who you truly are?
as he says that, can I activate my turn the unholy?
Oh, you're gonna use your divine thing, turn the unholy. Okay, a second. I've never seen this before. Let's do this. Let's have a look.
Oh, do you want me to read it?
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll pop it up on my screen so I have a quick squiz of turn the unholy. Here it is.
Before I would have said that, I just realized Malik would have said,
I trust no harm has come to the girl.
All right. Ooh.
Yeah. So if I
Yeah,
if you allow me to
okay.
do that, I want to pull out my my holy symbol and obviously activate that.
Okay. So you pull out your holy symbol, you point it towards her, and she goes, "Huh?" And she needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Angel, Loen boys, well done.
Team Angels.
Maybe I should die.
Come back.
Oh boy.
Come back OP.
I'll join Tari, we'll both die, it's fine.
Yeah.
"You'll finally find your father."
There he is.
Hey, what's up, Dad? I've been dead for years.
You sound like Luke, but that's fine.
Generic male voice number 1. Generic father voice, should I say, number 1.
I like it.
What is your saving throw?
Probably not 17.
17, no, it's 15. So she looks at you and goes, "Huh? Ah, that's pretty." But she doesn't seem to turn or run. She just kind of stands there, but you can look. She kind of like looks at you, Hideon, like, naughty boy.
Oh, okay. Yep. So I'm getting them vibes. Okay.
Like, after seeing them just turn a holy symbol on this young girl.
Yeah, the guards are kind of
My
like starting to like. The guards like, what's going on here?
I'm just gonna use my divine sense too, real quick.
Fiend.
Fiend. 100% fiend.
Yeah. Yep.
Good to know. Yeah. I thought
filling
you
up-
said something on her, and I was like, is it something on her or actually her?
As the guards say, "What's going on here?" I will Nicola.
It's okay, we're just chatting with a little friend here.
And as I do that, I want to try and use charm.
Charm person on the guard.
No, on the.
Oh, and Niana.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, another saving throw. What saving throw is this?
I think it's another No, wisdom.
Pretty sure it's wisdom.
All right. Well, give me a second.
My DC's 15.
Now that you guys have caught on, I might as well just roll from the character sheet.
Wait, actually, oh yeah.
Is this an ogre? This is just an ogre, right?
Yeah, it's just an ogre, guys. Wisdom saving throw, did you say?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
It's actually just straight up Jesse's.
11.
Does not.
Okay, it kind of considers you as a friend.
Charm person, it's like for an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we are talking, I was wondering if I could talk to you. It just seems so wrong to not be talking to you in your proper form.
As Malik says that, can I activate Zone of Truth on her?
It's fine. You don't need to detach.
No, she's already charmed.
Oh, my bad.
Looks at you and goes, but I'm so comfortable. The guards are like confused now, like, what?
Surely it must get exhausting wearing another person's skin all the time.
Oh, God.
I'm sure you look forward to going back to normal.
You make it sound so gross, man. Come on.
There you are.
The guards are like, what the fuck? Look at Niana. Oh, excuse my language. The guards are like, what the heck? And Niana looking at this small child with suddenly this weird voice like, yeah, but it's so comfy. I mean, hey, it's not every day you get to be this young.
I trust that the girl is okay.
Nah, it depends on what you guys do. That tea was really tasty, though. Gotta say. Kind of like she sits down cross-legged, kind of like looking cutely up at all of you. So,
Well, what is it you want from us?
I mean, I already told you that before. I'm gonna break his jaw, then I'm gonna ask you some questions, and then you're gonna come crawling back to Desi's.
What a funny joke.
I know.
suggest you leave now.
You keep saying that, but I don't think you understand. You're not in control of the situation right now, kiddo.
Fair, that's
Well,
what you think.
What I'd like to do, Connor, is
Yes.
sneak away without them noticing and look for.
Roll me a stealth check.
Sure.
While this is also happening, could I just sort of take in as much as I can about this thing, like voice and
Yeah.
body language, all that sort of stuff?
Roll an insight check. Okay, it's pretty high.
Pretty stealthy. I have those elven stealth skills, boy.
Did we finish a long rest before?
No.
Okay.
No, you did not. Yeah, you managed to sneak out of there, man. You kind of like duck in between a few of the guards who are just confused to kind of make yourself unseen by kind of meshing with a few of the people and managed to make your way out of the palace.
I'm heading towards Aaron's house.
Okay. You start heading towards Aaron's house. About a 5-minute walk. Won't take you too long. The Rakshasa's like, Hideon, buddy. I am in control of the situation, because I got a hostage. You don't. She seems pretty important to a lot of you. Now, unless you want her to meet the same fate as your mother, who apparently you don't care about anymore, I'd suggest you stop talking, start listening, and answer the questions I want answered.
He's still
Like
charmed
what?
by me. As soon as he says that, I want to go.
Come on now, you don't need to get aggressive yet. I
Ah,
just simply want to know where she is.
you're right. I'm sorry, man. I just, he just really gets on my nerves, Malik. You don't understand. No, I guess you do, though. You've been with him for quite some time, but, God, I mean, look at him. He thinks he's so strong now just because he stopped working for one god and worked for another. He thinks that changes anything. He thinks it makes him better than he was before. It doesn't. You know what I mean? You
I love
understand,
how-
don't you?
I love how you're trying to make me mad
As
here,
Hideon
but
starts speaking, I'm gonna put a finger up just to like be quiet.
What do you think?
Oh, get shushed. Nice one, Malik. That's why we're friends, I like you.
Of course. And seeing as we are such good friends, I was wondering if, not for Hideon's sake, obviously, because I understand your frustration, but for mine, you could show me where the girl is.
You know what, buddy? I wish I could. I really do, but it's a shame. If I did that, I wouldn't have any any leverage in this situation. That would suck. You know what I mean? That would blow if I didn't have any leverage, because then you guys could fight me, and I'm like in foreign soil right now. So that's like a lot of elves I don't want to have to deal with.
I promise you that for now, if you give us the girl, you can leave this, and we can start this somewhere else that is not in this home.
Yeah.
With no girl.
Yeah, you're right. I wish I could trust you, buddy, but seeing as it's a spell that you're using to make me your friend, I don't think so. You know, us Rakshasas, we're kind of immune to most magics.
I thought the charm person was just a spell that like lasts once it.
He rolls with advantage.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Connor, is there any animals around?
Not within the palace, like the Citadel Palace itself, but there were animals outside.
Okay. Okay, that's actually really good to know.
You would just real quick, Jet. You would have made it to Aaron's place by now. You would have knock on the door. He'd come out. Continue, Gideon.
I want to turn to. Actually, no. You know what? I'll just turn to Malik and say, I think this conversation is best left between you two. And then as that happens, I'm going to just turn around and kind of start walking out the palace. Not, fast or anything. I'm just walking out normally, nice and slowly, not showing any aggression. And I want to walk outside to where the animals are, if I can.
Okay, so you start to do that. He goes, well, okay, that's not happening. He goes to get up, and so obviously the guards kind of put their spears out to point towards him, and he goes, looks at the guards, looks at you, Gideon, who's starting to walk out, and goes, I suggest, Gideon, that you stay where you are. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving
throw. Yeah, I'm like looking for.
Okay, you feel this spell start to control your body, and you just kind of push it out and continue to walk out. And he goes, well, if magic's not going to stop you, guess I could start causing some pain. And he pulls a flower out of his pocket, and you picks a petal from the flower, and as he does, you watch as Hector drops to the ground and starts convulsing.
Right. Is Hector within...
You started walking out, you wouldn't have seen this, but you would just hear Hector convulsing on the ground, just poof, like...
so I can hear him.
You would have started hearing it, well, I guess he has to start causing some pain, then you would have heard Hector drop and start convulsing, but you've made your way outside.
Yep.
Kodiak immediately starts going to Hector and trying to see what's going on.
Am I able to find the closest animal?
Sure, there's a sparrow nearby.
All right. Can I use speak with animals and ask that sparrow whether or not that the sparrow has seen the body of Nina?
I'm assuming a 13 and 11 doesn't hit you, Malik.
No.
Okay. As Gideon's going to go talk to a sparrow, and the sparrow looks at you and is like turning its head from side to side, not understanding who or what a Nina is, kind of goes, no.
Okay. All right.
Everybody roll for initiative. No, you're
I don't even get to do my thing. Okay, cool.
Unfortunately not. He wanted to talk to Gideon, and seeing as Gideon's the one that left, he's going to start killing people until Gideon comes back.
I am on my way back after that.
Well, you will be, and it's going to be about 2 turns for you until you get back. So we'll see how many people you can get before you get back. Gideon 20, Equinox 8, Malik 6. Ooh, nice.
Do I roll initiative?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're part of this, so you'll be getting back over the couple of turns.
Well, I'm got to talk to Aaron first.
Gideon, you start making your first turn back towards the Citadel. Jet, your turn.
Talking to Aaron, hopefully. I don't know if I do.
Yeah, Aaron's there like, what's wrong, young man?
Alright, hang on, I gotta remember this name now.
Niana?
Niana. Yeah.
She was with you. What's going on?
No, Rakshasa. Okay, do you have any kind of magic that can help True see or something?
Yes, I can. Okay, give me a second. Heads back inside the house and starts like collecting what seems to be like a tome of spells and like different spell casting ingredients and stuff, and starts pulling them off the table and kind of rearranging things.
I'll assist him just using like my basic instinct of like detect. I had detect magic, so it's kind of similar, but it's not detecting a person, but detecting magic. So
seeing you come in and trying to help, he goes, trying to use a find person spell. I'm going to need this, and this. If you can find them, go fetch them.
Yep, I'll go do that.
Okay, so you go and head off to find the ingredients. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, damn, I'm not really good at those. Hang on, give me a sec, as I just look at my stuff. I would. I'll roll it right now. Yes. I got a 4.
Okay, it's a little bit complicated. This place is a mess, but you're starting to look on your turn. After that, Equinox. You can see that this Rakshasa has just dropped Hector with some sort of flower in his hand and has gone to try and claw at Malik's face.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Crimson Right on my Rite of Storm on the hand crossbow. Use the bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire 2 shots using action and extra attack at
Go for it.
Rakshasa.
Heck yeah. Oof, 16 and 19, both of those will hit. The 16 you fire, and it just manages to find purchase into his fur and kind of cut across his body. The second one slams into his shoulder, kind of knocking him back a little bit from the attack. Roll for damage.
What's your... No, I was going to ask what Equinox's alignment is, but I assume it's just moody, edgy.
19, 20, 26 points of damage total. Well done. Okay.
Alignment is chaotic neutral.
Alright, after you fire off these 2 bolts towards the Rakshasa, hitting into him, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Am I within... Well, I envisioned myself sort of standing behind people, so I'm sort of assuming I'm not in melee range, but it's up to you.
Yeah, you can be out of melee range with the guards. The guards are just seeming to make a perimeter at the exits, trying to make sure that no one gets in or out. They're not fully engaged in this battle because they don't know what is technically going on, because right now Nienna is currently attacking Malik, and they don't want to hit Nienna, not really understanding that she's Rakshasa.
Okay. Is there any sort of like higher ground or something higher that I
There's
can just,
the stairs. You can go up the stairs that you guys
Yeah,
just
I'll
came down.
Yeah, just go up the stairs as long as I still have vision over.
Yeah, so you go about 10, 15 feet up the stairs, easy enough. The Rakshasa is going to make another 2 claw attacks against you, Malik. Kind of looks and goes, okay, well, I guess I'm going to start breaking some bones until your brother gets back. Sorry, Malik, I thought you were cool. Starts swiping at you, but seems agitated that none of these attacks are landing on you.
Just hitting my shield.
Yeah, just poof, poof, you're fending them off easily with your shield. Which brings it to you, Malik. Oh, you're roboting a bit there, buddy.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Are you back?
Okay, cool. I'm gonna look and say,
Tell Dexys she's not getting my brother again.
and then when I say that, I am going to summon my weapon, and I'm pretty sure it's an action to do this. I'm going to wait. Let me check before I say that. Where is it? Here. La 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 la. Yeah, I'm gonna use my Radiant Soul.
Okay, your Azamar ability. Okay. Heck yeah. 2 beautiful golden wings of these kind of ethereal feather-like make sprout from your back, shrouding over this Rakshasa. Very impressive. A lot of the guards are like, whoa, seeing your wings for the first time. Quite an impressive stance, especially when fighting like one of the High Court's daughters.
Before I end my turn, I'll say,
Now reveal your true form and fight me.
Looks at you and goes, hey, well, I mean, if I don't get your brother for Tethys, then you can tell your friend he ain't getting his half-sister back. Does like a little cry tear from his eye with one of his claws and kind of like scrapes it across his own skin to bring blood up to like the Nienna illusion's face.
Is Hexblade Curse bonus action?
Yes, I also believe something. Is it summoning your thing a free action or a bonus action?
It might be an action to summon my blade. Oh, meaning I can't do both.
I think it's a bonus action.
That was a bonus action. We'll call it bonus action for now, but have a read. Okay, at the top of the round, Hideon, you can now hear fighting, and the guards are now shouting like, "Quick, surround the courtyard! Make sure nobody gets in or out!"
All right. How close am I? Like, how far away am I?
You're still one turn from being inside the palace.
All right. Yeah.
So you could get up to the
I'm
guards.
running. I'm sprinting. Yeah, I'm running as fast as I can to get in there.
Okay, you get up to the guards, and guards are like, "Halt! Hideon, what is going on? Why is Nina attacking people?"
Well, that little girl isn't Nina anymore.
Points and goes, "Look at her! Of course she is!"
So I need to get through. Please let me go through, or else he is going to kill everyone in this palace.
Yes, but if we let you in, you'll kill Niana. What is going on, Hideon?
I am not going to kill Niana. Don't worry. We have to find where her body is.
Oh my gosh.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
We gotta find the little girl's body before we kill her. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't understand. I can't kill if I don't have a body.
Persuasion.
That's right, see?
See?
10 or... Yes. We can't let you in there, Hideon. This is ridiculous. This is Niana we're talking about. She's a child.
As he says that, looking ahead of me as far as I can to get through him, can I use Mystic Step?
No, that's your turn just to get there, remember?
Ah, damn.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
you sprinted, you used everything.
Alright, I'll stay. I'll stay now.
Jet, it's your turn.
Yes, looking. No, I'm looking still.
Alright, go for it. Investigation check with advantage now, because you get your full turn to look around.
Yeah, too easy. I'll certainly give it a crack. Oh, that's just a single roll. Apologies. I don't even know what I rolled, but hopefully one of them's good.
You immediately after
I'm
not finding it, you're
excited.
panicking. You're like, no, you can't let a half sister you just met go. You close your eyes for a second, take a deep breath, look around this room, and go, okay, this is messy, just like Dad's. Where would Dad keep the materials needed for something like this? And you immediately find it. Boom, boom, boom. The 3 materials. You come over and you hand it to him. He goes, okay, sweet. That's the first material. Oh, you've got all 3 of them. Brilliant. And starts casting the find person spell.
And then as he says, I'm like, do you have message? Like before
He's like casting the spell and he goes, don't distract me.
Okay. I'll wait. But like, waiting at the door, like, ready for him to give you the thing and go. Like, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah, the information. You're like standing at the door
as
ready
soon
for him
as
to
he
tell
has
you.
the information, as soon as, as soon as
Find person, how long it takes to cast.
Oh, could I help him by using Quicken spell on it?
Give me a second.
Like with sorcery points?
Yeah, quicken spell.
Turn it into an action.
Sorry, 1 minute. Let me just figure out how long the spell takes to cast first. Yeah, no, 1 action. He does it. Locate creature. It's not find person. It's locate creature.
Okay, creature. Okay.
Cast it. You kind of see he close his eyes and he goes, "Where is my daughter?" As he does, you feel him open his eyes. He goes, "Follow me," and starts running out of the building.
Following him. Full sprint.
Mm-hmm. He seems to be heading straight back towards the palace.
Okay. Good to know. I will follow him regardless.
Sweet, which brings it to Equinox. Equinox, this battle is going on, things are happening, guards are yelling.
So I don't want to, as he's starting to look more and more injured, I want to make my shots less about killing, but more of like just...
Oh, he doesn't look
incapacitating.
injured at all, he looks fine, he just looks like he's got a few scratches from your bolts.
Alright. 3 crossbow shots then.
Okay, go for it.
He's really pushing into the Uber again.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, go for it, roll damage. Whew, yeah, boy.
Not done.
Yeah. Oh my
31,
god.
33, 38, 41 points of damage in that one turn.
41 did you say?
41, yeah.
41 plus 26. 56, 40, 50, 60, 66, 67. 67 points of damage total so far done to the Rakshasa. He's standing there mocking Malik, and as he does, Malik, you see that the Rakshasa clinches forward, and as he does, half of his face turns back into this tiger form, and he's like, and then back into Neander again, and looks up and looks over it, up the stairs towards where Equinox is, and goes, "That wasn't very nice. I did not appreciate that." But he's looking pretty injured now. Pretty injured indeed. He is going to use an action to disengage from Malik and back off down the stairs. He's going to start moving away to the center of the palace and put his hands open and go, okay. This is getting interesting. Damn. Which brings it to Malik, your turn. Seemingly trying to draw you into the center of the palace.
Okay, if I'm going to the center of the palace, I will walk up to him. I'll just sort of like follow to where he's going. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Hexblade's Curse on him.
Okay.
And my action will be to dodge.
As you go to use Hexblade Curse on him, he kind of looks at you and pokes his tongue out and then goes invisible.
He used his action to disengage, though, didn't he?
Yes, but this is not an action. He can cast these spells at will.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Just goes invisible, and you watch as the curse doesn't find anything visually for you to latch onto.
Still taking the dodge action.
Excellent. Okay. Back to the top of the round. It is Hideon. You can see the guards like, "Hideon, you have to stay here. Whatever's going on, we'll fix it." Someone's like, "Damn, where did Niana go? Quick, stand your ground. Don't let anything past."
Yeah, I want to use Misty Step if I can, and
Yeah.
try and get through them as far as I can. Obviously, going up in towards the palace.
How many feet?
towards everyone else,
How many
sorry.
feet is Misty Step?
30 feet.
30 feet. Sweet. You teleport straight past the guards, right next to Malik.
Nice.
The guards are like, "Hideon, stop this!"
I won't be able to see him, will I now? No,
He's
gone
invisible. You know,
Yeah,
you
okay,
know
gotcha,
that
gotcha.
Niana was standing there with the Rakshasa. The Rakshasa, obviously, you know what it is. But you saw the Rakshasa there a minute, then poke his tongue at Malik, and then go invisible just as Malik tried to cast something towards him.
Sorry, I don't know if I missed this, but is Hector on the ground?
Hector is convulsing on the ground, and Kodiak is trying to fix it. It seems to be
Okay.
some sort of poison that was ingested into
Yeah.
Hector when he was asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to him, if I could, please. And which one is it? Sorry. Let me just read this quickly.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Lay on hands
Okay.
to take that poison out or whatever's wrong with him. Yeah.
How many points of lay on hands are you using?
Let's use.
Remember, lay on hands has a certain amount of points you need to use for it to work on poison.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
read your
I didn't
thing.
know there was a certain amount for poison. I do apologize.
Read it. That's all I can say.
Remember, at your level, you have 25 points of healing that you can use. You can expend any of those to heal, but you can also expend a certain amount of those points to remove a poison.
I do
disease.
apologize. I don't actually have here on my information that I've put in how many points I need for poison. It has everything else except for that. So not being able to see this quickly, I'm just going to say, can I just use 25, please? Just in case.
No, don't do that.
Give me
Lay
a
on
second.
hands.
Hey,
Not, are you using
well,
healing
that's-
hands or lay on hands?
5 hit
it's all lay on
points.
hands.
5 hit points. To
Right.
Alternatively, you can expend.
It
5
does.
hit
It does
points
say
and
here,
heal
Cripsy. It says alternatively you can expend 5 hit points. It's in your character sheet.
Yeah.
At the bottom, you can see the third paragraph.
That's okay though. It's okay, Cripsy.
Oh, yep, gotcha. Okay, is it too late to say just 5 or is it too late? That's fine. Either way.
I'll say 10. In the moment, we'll say
Okay.
that you use 10. But that will cure him of his poison and give him 5 hit points back. So he's stabilized.
Okay, great. Thank you. Sorry about this.
Starts breathing. Kodiak's like, well done. Good job. I was having trouble getting that poison out of him.
I'm sorry, I ran away.
Well, you're back now. That's the main thing. Jet, you and Aaron are running. Aaron casts haste. He's going to cast it at a higher level to get both of you in on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are now dashing double the turn. So you'll get there. Say 4 rounds for you. No, 4, 5, 6. So instead of 6 rounds to get there, 3 rounds to get there. So you're still 3 rounds off.
I have like Misty Step to get faster, but
I mean, to be honest, you're probably running faster than your Misty Step will carry you.
yeah, but like Misty Step's a bonus action, so I'd get an extra 30.
Oh yeah, you could. How many Misty Steps you want to knock off?
So I technically have I have 3, so I'll knock off 2.
2 rounds. Okay, we'll say you get we'll knock off a round for that then. So 2 rounds. So you'll be in the at the end of 2 rounds. You'll be in there.
Yeah, too easy. Like I assume he kind of knows where he's going, so
yeah.
Like hopefully I hope that we're not going too technically into this, like a run off.
That's okay. No, you're going in the right place. This is where he's getting the detection of his spell. This is where she is.
Yeah.
As he's running, he goes, I sense her. She's not on this plane. Did he have anything on him?
He had a little pouch or a satchel, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes. He had a satchel or something.
Okay, bag of holding means demiplane. She's in there. She can breathe for about 10 minutes before she dies.
Okay, I don't exactly have anything to deal with that, but...
Well, we've just got to get the bag off him and her out, hoping that she hasn't been in there for too long.
Okay.
Alright. Which brings it to Equinox.
Can I sort of like trace his blood and see if I can use my Hunter's Bane to track this fiend?
Yeah, roll survival check with advantage.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, following the injuries already, you get a sense for where he is. He's still in the middle of the room, seemingly where he moved to and hasn't moved from there. So he's somewhere near Malik and Hideon. You're not sure where, but you could fire in that direction. I'd say with a 14, it's probably your action to get that information. So you got a bonus action remaining.
Okay.
You can also like call out the information too if you wanted to.
Yes, I'll say yeah. He's still somewhere here in the room. I can smell him.
Ooh.
That's right. I smell.
I love it.
Nice. Okay.
Smell it.
Which brings it to him. And he, out of invisibility, looks around and goes, yeah, he is right. Well, he was right. Up until now. You see he slams his hands together and you watch as these glyphs start appearing on the ground around him. And this dark portal appears beneath his feet. And he slowly starts sinking into the portal and goes, well, I'll give Deci's your regards. I'm sure this young child would look beautiful up against your mother. You know, when they're both being tortured and such. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. And uses plane shift.
Okay.
We're now out of initiative, which means, Jet, you get there pretty much instantaneously. Aaron kind of like the guards move. Aaron's like, where? Where is he? Where's he gone? Quickly!
I'm like searching. Do I see the glyphs?
No, they would have disappeared instantly.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Aaron moves immediately over to you, Malik. Malik, where is he?
He's gone.
What do you mean he's gone?
Deci's took him to the plane.
Ah! He has my daughter.
Malik looks furious, by the way.
He has a bag on his hip. It's a bag of holding. You can store objects in there and people, but they can't breathe for longer than 10 minutes.
It's the portal. The portal was drawn there.
Are the runes still there?
No, they would have faded, but he goes, portal? Okay, I can track that. Runs over to the middle of the room and starts setting up a little area and kind of like tracing the flow of magic that was just there. Starts like furiously scrawling with chalk on the ground. The guards are kind of like looking and he goes, guards! Alert the queen! Alert my wife, now! The guards start rushing off. He starts drawing with chalk, and whether the chalk like breaks as in his anger, he kind of throws it against the wall and continues to draw.
Alright, well...
Looks up, what did he want?
I didn't say it, I wasn't talking to him.
No, he looks up and goes, what did he want?
Oh.
What did the Rakshasa want? Why did he come here? You told me he was following you, but what for?
means to take Gideon back to Tethys.
God damn it. Oh, by the gods. Tethys just...
Put my hand on his shoulder and I say,
We'll get her back, I promise.
Oh, we will. Even if I have to wage war on a god, we will get my daughter back.
Can I try and assist with his tracing of magic by, in any means with, I guess, the blood on my hands, whatever that I have?
Yeah, sure. Roll me another, let's say roll me that intelligence check you made before with advantage, you know, understanding fiends and how they cast spells.
Yeah.
I'm also praying to Hessa for guidance to help bring this girl back to her father.
22. Okay, wow. Yeah, he immediately kind of goes like, don't touch it, don't stop interfering. Okay, no, keep doing that. Keep doing that. And you're like filling in like different runes with the blood and like your own blood and the blood that you got from the Rakshasa on the ground and like filling in half the runes so it's like half chalk, half blood, but it seems to be speeding up his process quite a fair bit.
I'm like getting ready to be like the first one to jump into like.
I'm getting ready too.
Yeah,
me too.
keeps doing, and eventually, oh boy, I need someone to roll me a d100.
Ooh, damn.
Who's doing it?
Who
Jet
wants to
said he
roll?
was going to be the first one to run in.
Hideon, go for it.
Yeah.
Here we go, Hideon.
Go on, Chrissy.
Alright.
56. Okay, the portal opens up. He kind of points at the portal. Go now.
I'm already in.
All right. Jumping in, diving into the portal. One after the other. Aaron, last of all, looks at the guards. Tell my wife what happened. Alert the queen. Go on high alert. Do you understand? Yes, sir. And then jumps in after you. The portal closes. And you guys land in an area unfamiliar to you. Seems to just be a random kind of... It's a strange area. He doesn't seem to have gone directly to Tethys. He's probably bunny hopped because you guys aren't in somewhere that seems like the Nine Hells. It's hot. It's not the Nine Hells hot. There's lava everywhere. There's magma on the ground and there's stone everywhere. And Aaron stands up and goes, "Shit, he's probably bunny hopped. This is the plane of fire. We need to do that again. See if you can find any trails or signs of a portal nearby."
I'm gonna use Eldritch Sight.
Okay, roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
Anybody else want to help out with finding the bunny hopped portal?
What I would
Okay.
like to do is kind of just like I can't really do much right now, I guess, but just kind of reaching out like to the ground and kind of thinking, just kind of like feeling if there's like any places like rumbling, like keeping an eye out for things that might attack us.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Could I also activate Divine Sense and look for other portals as well and investigate?
Yes, you can use, this will be your last divine sense for the day, I believe.
Okay.
So roll me a perception check with advantage, Cripsy.
Okay.
Doesn't look like there's anything around, but there's a lot of heat and fire and magma. It's not much to you, but it's definitely off-putting.
Yeah, I put like the stone armor on that I have.
Okay,
So,
Malik, you don't seem to
just in
find
there.
anything. And Jet, you can't see anything, but Hideon, you're looking around, you're feeling, and you get this one ping of a fiend just disappearing. You quickly run over to that spot, and you can see the portal dissipating. Aaron jumps straight and starts redoing the portal again. Looks back up at you, Equinox, quick, help me if you can.
Yep, I assist.
Okay, roll me another intelligence check with advantage. If he's just left, we should be able to catch up with him. Okay, manages to finish drawing the portal. Who's rolling me the D-hundo?
I'm up.
Go for it, Jet.
Oh, that's the 41. That's worse. Damn.
41, no, 41 passes. The portal opens. Straight away, Aaron jumps in, followed by the rest of you. You guys landing in a new familiar place, except you guys can't breathe. You go to open your mouth, but suddenly you feel liquid all around you. Aaron clicks his finger and kind of like points to the water around you, and you guys understand that you're probably in the plane of water. Points to his eyes and points for you all to look around in the water. Now it's weird and it's sluggish and it feels like you guys are being pulled down. You're having to tread water, but the current from the plane of ocean, plane of water seems strong. And there's this heavy sense, Cripsy, that there is some strange things nearby on the water. And Malik, you're getting that same presence of urgency again, that something big is here. Something large.
Could I potentially undo my hempen rope and try and like push it through the water so everyone can like sort of grab it?
Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Aaron grabs one side, and the rest of you, if you want to, can grab the other side of the rope.
Yeah, grab it.
Alright.
Eldritch sight to see if I can see where the next portal will be.
Go for it, roll a perception check.
Can I do an investigation as well? And
You can roll you can roll a perception check with advantage as well, Cripsy, because you still got your...
Have I got advantage?
Yeah, you both have advantage, yep, because you're using your Eldritch Sight.
Ooh, nice.
22 again. Okay, well done.
Woofed.
Okay, yeah, it's hard, Malik. You're so frustrated that it's blocking your vision. What you do see, though, is a large tentacle rising from the ocean. Massive, gargantuan in size. And then another one. And another one, kind of entrapping you guys in this circle of tentacles. Cripsy, you sense this brief fiend and then gone. You know where he was, and you point it out. Aaron immediately starts swimming over and starts looking at the area, like not being able to draw in chalk, kind of lost for what to do, kind of panicking, looking through his bag. You know, how do you draw in water? How do you trace a spell in water?
Oh, what I would like to... Okay, actually,
you go.
I need to look at this. What I would like to do is use... I don't know if this will work. Magic weapon on my scimitar. I can give it. Is it? Oh, it's not elemental weapon. Never mind. Sorry. It's not elemental. Sorry. Let me rechange that.
Oh, good.
What I'm going to do is get my rope. And with my scimitar, I'm just gonna cut it into small pieces. My own rope. And then like message him to say, use the rope as the runes.
Okay, he will do so. Who's helping him?
Can I actually activate protection from evil and good and actually touch what's his name? Sorry, Eric was it?
Aaron.
Aaron, sorry. And actually lay my hand on him just to give him protection while he's doing that.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'll see if I can assist him with the rope.
Go for it. Roll me an intelligence check with advantage. And Fraser.
Oh, I hit advantage. That's what I need to do.
I need to know if this hits you. It's very likely that it will, buddy. I'm going to be honest.
Why am I the one I'm the only one who's had attacks made at him this game?
They've all missed, though. You're probably the person who wants to have the attacks made against you.
Why are you telling stuff like that?
This will be the attack. Yep.
Far out.
Would you believe me if I said no?
No, I wouldn't believe you, but you wouldn't say that, so I wouldn't have to make that choice.
You could have rolled a 1 and that would have still hit.
You take 23 points of damage as one of the tentacles whips through the water and completely engulfs and grabs you. You're all concentrating on this kind of thing. Hideon, you'd notice as the tentacle comes straight out of the water, and Malik is holding onto the rope, but the rope starts being dragged away from the portaled area as he has just been attacked by this large tentacle that has come out of the depths of this ocean.
Aaron was attacked, sorry?
No. Malik was. Malik has just been attacked and grabbed, and you can see his hand and like shoulders poking out from this grapple, holding onto the rope. That's just dragged you all, and Aaron looks over, kind of lets go of the rope and points for you guys to help him, and continues doing the rune. With a 16, the portal is ready to go up, but Malik is being dragged deeper and deeper into the ocean.
Can I run over and...
Can I use an action to use Misty Step to get to the portal?
Yeah, you can do that. Bonus action. You Misty Step out of the Kraken's grasp. He clicks the portal open, and you guys swim through.
I just learned from last time, and I'm not going to allow myself to get grappled again.
Roll me a D100, guys. Who wants to run with that D-hundo? Jet's done it. Hideon's done it. Who's up?
Malik should do it. He was the first one through with Misty Step.
All right, Malik, go for it. Roll me D-hundo.
Come on.
Okay, as you do, you guys explode out of the portal, and you're falling through the sky, falling. You can see the ground hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet below you. You guys are falling, and falling fast.
Oh, no.
Quickly approaching, the ground is getting bigger and bigger. Unfamiliar terrain. I need somebody to roll me a d4, please. See where in atmosphere you guys have reappeared.
In the sky, apparently.
Yeah, in the sky. You can also see, though, floating islands coming up to meet you.
Floating islands coming up.
Floating islands that are hovering. Each island's probably hovering like 500 feet above the ground, and you guys are falling hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet above the ground. But there are floating islands rushing to meet you.
If I sense that no one has any idea of what they can do, like as we get close to the ground, is it possible for me to use Blessing of the Raven Queen, like as we're going down to like sort of teleport up again, sort of like stopping the terminal velocity of falling?
You can certainly try. You can certainly try, yeah, as a contingency plan. Yeah, it's definitely something you can try.
Yeah, as long as I see that no one really has any idea, like looking towards the castle.
Aaron's like falling, but thumbing through his book like shit.
I'm getting rid of 2 of my spell slots to make a level 2 sorcery point, to make a level 2 spell, to like go sorceries and then spell.
Yep.
Have another Misty Step on the cards.
Okay, so we got a Misty Step on the cards. We got a Blessing of the Raven Queen on the cards. Malik, Hideon.
Yeah, I want to have Misty Step ready, just so obviously I can stop that terminal velocity. And
do you have enough
safely
spell slots ready for that?
Yeah. I've only used 2 this whole game.
Sweet. So you can see that everybody seems very calm, Malik, for some reason.
Like they're just ready to accept my inevitable death because warlocks only have 2 spell slots.
Malik's just there like, oh boy. As you guys are falling, ready to Misty Step, ready to do it, you hear Aaron go, there it is, and he slams his hand into the book and casts Featherfall on the rest of you.
Featherfall, yep.
Yeah. Love the contingency plans. I loved it, though. Love that moment of panic, and you guys start floating slowly down.
This is great.
I would like to use my Divine Sense now, because Gideon's running out.
Unfortunately, as soon as you put up Divine Sense, there doesn't seem to be anything nearby. Just 2 celestial presences and no fiends.
He's not here. He's not here. What's the plan?
Well, we need to land. I don't know what the floating isles mean for us, but I do not want to land anywhere in the Highlands.
Okay. Well, let's,
Shalakai, this is your land. What's safe? What's best for us?
I haven't been here in many years. I don't know what's changed, but I don't have anywhere else to go right now.
Well, do we take our chances on the floating isles of the unknown, or do we land in Darkland country?
Could I roll like a history check or something to see if Dad's told me anything like, hey, son, listen,
floating isles?
might not happen.
Nothing about the floating isles. Nobody knows anything about the floating isles. They're the only thing that has no historical records. When the Darklanders came out of Widow's Bluff, the floating isles came out of the shard, like came out of the ground and just started floating away. Like they didn't like it. They were just like, nah, we're out of here. And they just went, started floating.
Good to know.
They just pieced out.
When Jet says they're not here, could I pray to Hessa and ask if there's anything she can do to help us find, so we can bring the family back together?
I mean, you're currently falling, so falling and praying could be a little problematic because you're kind of trying to control your descent.
We're feather falling, right?
Right, but you have to control where you land. So if you like miss where everybody else is landing or get somewhere else, it could be a big difference from how high you guys are. You guys can be falling for like 10 minutes. It's a controlled 10-minute descent.
We're all roped together still. Is that correct?
Yeah. You're all holding onto the rope.
Okay.
No one tied any knots or anything yet.
Okay, well then I'll tie the rope around me and do that.
Okay, go for it. You pray to Hessa. You don't get really any. Yeah, as you're praying, you don't really get any response. You're in a very. Tainted is the easiest word. The Shadowfell is very prominent in this area. It isn't very. A lot of the reasons why the Chalterans don't like anyone in the Highlands, anyone to the south in the Darklands is because they don't have a good connection with the divine plane, and they don't have a good connection to the gods. So it's harder to pray in that area. It's harder to get divine energy in that area. It's kind of like a black zone, like when you have no cell service.
Yeah.
So you have your powers and your abilities, but you're like on 1 bar of that cell service, and you're pushing through, but you feel slightly weakened and drained in this area, almost like it's corrupted and tainted.
Must be, it's Vodafone.
It's quite sickening.
Wow. What I'd like to do.
Sponsored by Vodafone.
Yeah, not getting sponsored by Vodafone anytime soon. Thanks. There goes our sponsorship with Vodafone, Gideon.
That's your equivalent of spitting in the eye.
Oh wow, too soon.
But yeah, where do you guys want to land? Do you want to land on the floating islands or take a chance in the Darklands?
What I'd like to do is I grab my hilt of my mystical sword and I'm like, alrighty, I don't really know much about this praying stuff, but I mean, Moldova probably doesn't know much about it either, but I'll flip my, throw my hand, my thing in, just like that little, a little bit so it does like that coin spin kind of thing. If I hit the hilt, if I grab by the actual hilt, we go one way. If I hit it by the other, we'll go the other.
If I catch it by the blade, then there goes my hand, but we go to the other way.
The blade isn't activated, it's just the empty
Right,
hilt, so if I catch it by the blade side.
I know.
Yeah. Blade, hilt is Darklands, the blade hand is...
You're really going to do this based off chance. Alright, sweet.
Does
Do it.
anyone else have an idea? No? Cool.
Go for it. Roll me a d2. We'll say
Let's make it
1 is Darklands and 2 is floating islands as you flick your blade into the air.
Yep. I roll a 1.
What did I say that was again?
Darklands.
Darklands. Okay. So you guys will skip past the floating isles of lethargy and land straight into the Darklands. As you guys
No one was making a decision.
slowly float down past the floating isles, your feet hit the dark-bladed grass of Equinox's home state. The grass itself is like a dark, blackish green. The heat and the light from the plane of fire that acts like a sun does not seem to penetrate this area. It seems shrouded in darkness. It seems that the energy from the Shadowfell pushes back against the fire from the plane of fire, pushes back against the light, and everything is very cold. For a Shadowkai, this is nothing. They live in the Shadowfell. They breathe Shadowfell. For you, Equinox, this is like breathing fresh air for the first time in months, years. For the rest of you, however, this is like needing an asthma inhaler, like hard to breathe, very uncomfortable, having a panic attack. That kind of situation.
Put my bandana over my mouth to...
It's not poisonous, it's just a weird sensation, feeling this dark energy just enter you from breathing.
In case.
We actually didn't discuss my actual, I guess, village or town or wherever the hell.
Your village is in the Grimguard Range.
Grimguard.
There's
Okay,
little,
cool.
there's a little
No problem.
plateau on the Grimguard Range here. There's a little plateau here. That would have housed your village there.
Okay, no
Which would
problem.
have made it
would
really
I-
easy for you to get into Chalterra.
Okay. Would I happen to know the political climate in... Yeah, like, it looks like Eclipse was the capital, I believe you
So yeah,
said.
Eclipse is the capital. That is where the council is, because it's run by a council, funnily enough. Each of the darker races, so Durigar, Drow, Shadakai, Orc, so on and so forth, have a seat in the council. They rule by majority vote, and if there is ever a tie, then they each choose one of the council members to choose a champion, and they have a fight to the death. Whoever wins, that choice goes towards the party who voted in that favor. Ananangst is a dark temple transferred from the Shadowfell. It is there is a creature known as Nibiru. Nibiru used to be an ancient dragon that was corrupted by the Shadowfell's power and became one of the most powerful sentient creatures in the Shadowfell. So much so that he became the one of the kind of controlling figures until eventually he became became one with the Shadowfell, so much with its power that he became the Shadowfell and the Shadowfell became him. So much so that he isn't a physical creature anymore, but he is a sentience of power. Most people describe praying to him and seeing him in dreams as watching a galaxy go past and 2 dragon eyes peering through that galaxy to you, so that no matter where you are or where you go, Nibiru always has a claw in you. He can always see you, he can always reach you. And Ananangst is a beacon to Nibiru, and also a place of prayer for Nibiru. Because he isn't a bad creature, he is just a creature that has had wrong done to him, and so he does wrong unto others if they do wrong unto him, kind of situation. Yeah. So he's kind of like a big figure. Widow's Bluff is where the Shadowfell energy comes from. It is the portal that leads to and from the Shadowfell. The Howling Fjord is... The Shadowfell creates so much energy. Nobody lives there. I mean, some people do. It's a bad idea because the energy is so powerful near the Howling Fjord that it creates a sound from the energy, like a vibrating, like a slow like a reverberating, like a... And sometimes when the power is immense, it creates a screaming sound. The Highlands is currently where most of the farmland and all that kind of stuff is. It's where the people who live outside of the city live, and the Styx is basically people who don't disagree with the rulings of Eclipse, but also don't want to go to war at Chalterra. So I wouldn't say it's like an embassy, but it's kind of more of a safer haven for those of the darker races who do not wish to be involved with the bloodshed with Chalterra, with the northern states. Floating Isles of Lethargy, nobody knows what that is, and the Grimguard Range is where your people would have lived. There would have been also different tribes and stuff up there. There was also an Orcish tribe that your tribe kind of fought with every once in a while. But they live in the Grimguard Range as well.
Cool. Would I happen to know...
I'm sorry, what was that? Equinox first?
Yeah. I was just wondering if any of these places would be sort of more happy to have outsiders from the dark races.
Just like Chalterra isn't happy to have you, these places wouldn't be happy to have really anybody except you. To be honest, if Hector dressed differently, he'd be fine. Jet shouldn't be too much of a problem if he dresses differently because he's half-elf, so it wouldn't be too bad if he was hanging out with a Shadow Kai. The only problem would be the 2 Azamar, to be completely honest. Kodiak dresses like a nomad, so he'd be okay.
Why didn't you guys stay dead?
Humans aren't really... Humans are really regarded as second-class citizens, so because Kodiak looks more human, but he's Kalashtar, he looks more human, they wouldn't really respect him. He wouldn't have any rights. So if anybody said, oh, you're my slave, you work for me now, he doesn't have the right to say no.
Yeah.
A half-elf would have some of those struggles because he's half-human, but he could fight back and people might let it go. But humans and half-races like humans. Half-orcs, not so much. Hector, with his ground-down teeth, as I said, if he dressed differently, if he dressed like an orc, he'd be okay. If he dressed as he is now, Jet would have a hardish time, Kodiak would have a hard time, and the Azamars, I mean, they are literally half angels. This place does not like... This place does not like god interference, so it would be weird.
Okay.
It'd be weird for you, Matt, because you're half drow, but they would definitely get the presence that a god has. They would basically count you as someone who they have disregarded. You'd kind of be like you're a drow that betrayed your own people because you get your power from a god, but you also use it as a warlock, so they'd be just as confused as Chalterrans are. Whereas Hideon is like literally a paladin to Hessar, who is also looks like a generic human, so he'd get bullied. He'd get more bullied here than he does. He'd get more bullied here than Juliet bullies him in SAO.
So I relay that information.
Suddenly a teardrop.
I relay that information to them of locations as much as you deem possible necessary.
All that information as you guys are floating down for 10 minutes. You're like, well, this is what's going to happen now that we're making this choice.
I'll just say to Kodiak, seeing as he'd probably be the most sort of looked down upon apart from the angels, I'll probably just say something like, look, if you pretend to be a slave of mine or something, I'm sure they'll let you off a little easier for you to pass through these areas.
He's kind of, you can see he's gone a bit pale, and he's looking straight at Starcrest Spire. Like, he's gone pale looking at it. He goes, yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. It'd be safer that way if we do that. And Hector, maybe you should dress appropriately for the situation. Kind of side glances at Starcrest Spire again and goes a bit pale.
I'm just gonna just a sidebar with Kodak.
I understand that we need to get there, but it sort of takes priority, the child.
No, I know. It's just so close.
We'll come back to this.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay, let's find this kid. And you guys take situation and stock of what's around you. And as you do, in foreign soil, in non-Kingsman lands, you guys are nothings here. Except for the Shadowkai Equinox, who is back in his homeland. As you guys land, assess the situation and make your choices, we will call it game there.
Dark has like a fetish for just flipping the table when anything bad happens. He's just like, oh, it's minor inconvenience. Flip.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, the things with half angels is like it's always weird. If someone picks a half angel, I'm like, well, if they do die, I do kill them. It's weird because if they just straight up die, then why are they a half angel? Doesn't make sense, you know. If the gods are so powerful, why would half angels die? So if they don't die, then you also need something that is just as intense as death itself, and so, you know, punishment.
Rakshasas get scared of.
Hey guys, we made it south.
Dude, yeah, you just made it all the way south. In one game. Unprepared, all the way south, underleveled, completely underleveled. I love it.
That's why we're also underleveled against a Rakshasa too. But hey, you know.
No. Rakshasas are fun. He was almost dead.
He was, yeah.
That's why he bamfed out of there. Equinox almost soloed that Rakshasa.
Yeah,
It's lucky I was gonna bind him.
Yeah, that plane shift. He was waiting for it. He went invisible because he knew Malik would come after him, and he was like, "Sweet, I'll wait for the Rakshasa to get his action back. He'll cast plane shift and bamf out of there." Oh.
No one had counterspell either.
No one's high enough level for counterspell yet. I mean, no, you are, but no one's picked it.
I am, but I nearly picked it too.
I love counterspell, so good.
I was deciding between counterspell and what is it? Let me have a look.
Well, that's the last time I get to mess with you guys with spells.
Oh man. All your vision, like your divine sense, all that stuff.
I took remove curse.
Wow, that was intense, guys.
Yeah.
It was a slow start. You were getting them back in the game. Everyone's like, okay, sweet, we'll go meet Jet's mom and the sister. Oh, the sister's been kidnapped by the Rakshasa because the Rakshasa was following us. Of course he was. Oh, and now the Rakshasa's teleported to a different plane of existence, and now we're south.
Oh man, Cripsy, you can tell that you've been reading, bro.
Well done, man.
Yeah, well done, Cripsy.
Yeah,
that was
Even
awesome.
The character was really well done.
Yeah, I apologize about the voice and stuff. It's going to take a little bit to learn, but yeah, I've definitely been researching most days, so I hope it shows.
What a good game there, guys. Thanks for joining us, team. Thanks for joining us, stream. Fantastic game. Hopefully we'll have our Kodiak and our Hector back with us soon for this thing. Oh, poor Blaze is going to be writhing when he figures out everything that just happened.
Yep.
But wow, what a good game. It's great to have you guys watching. I hope you're all doing well in isolation. Keep each other safe, look after yourselves, go get some fresh air, have some water. Be safe, love each other. What?
Don't get kidnapped.
Oh god, just be good. Just be good. Just be good boys and girls.
And now we
Don't
go to
be
an ad
like
break.
No. And now we'll see you guys for SAO on Tuesday before we pick up Kingsman following Saturday. But yeah, see you later, guys.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.